Alright. Hello fellow viewers and welcome back to yet another edition of Wild Wednesday. You know what it is at this point. I assume you know how it goes. I'm hunting shiny Pokemon in the wild using RNG Manipulation. Last time we were stuck, or well, I have to say I was stuck. For some reason so let me start by saying this. Sorry, that wasn't meant to happen. Oh wait, let me read the chat first. So welcome back to the stream, Kinox12. First, yeah, well, technically I'm first, but I don't count, I guess. Anyway, hope you're doing great. And just your own very own normal animator. You kind of changed your name, didn't you? Welcome back to the stream. Yes, America, of course, as always. Alright, so what I wanted to say is I did, as some of you may know, I did a poll on my YouTube channel on the community tab, as in which shinies should I, like stationary, static shinies should I hunt first, and Voltorb was the second choice. I attempted to do so last week on Thursday, and I failed. For some reason I just didn't get the shiny frame, not even the like I have two different ones, so I could theoretically get star and square ones. But for some reason I never hit the frame, and I thought, okay, maybe this is a busy area. Sometimes where, depending on where you hunt for or RNG manipulate for shinies, if there's a lot of NPCs, for example, that walk around or change, like face in a different direction or do things like that, that can advance frames. So that means with me trying to hit the exact frame to get a shiny, if I keep missing that, as in what sometimes happens in a so-called busy area, then I always miss even though my timing is correct. So I did some testing off stream, just as I posted in my Discord channel, but I did some hunting off stream just to test if maybe my calibration was off, or the delay that I've been working with was wrong. I did it without a delay, with calibration and all that, and no, turns out it was 85. I just kind of failed at getting it. I mean, how else can I describe what happened? Sometimes I fail. And boy, did I fail last week. So I thought that tomorrow, before I do the promised why not egg hunt, I might do the Voltorb hunt first, and then I'm gonna go for the other one that was voted third or reached third place. Crazy things happened on eBay. What crazy thing happened on eBay? I'm always down for a good eBay story. I think we should go for Lunatone or Bagon. What do you think? That one I already have a shiny Lunatone, but that is a square one. So be interesting to see having a star one as well, because why not? So let's go to Meteor Falls. And I think I'm gonna need something that knows... Oh wait, do I even have that? Let me check. Yada 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 yada. I don't have that move yet. Okay. So I need HM7 to, waterfall, to get up the waterfalls for Bagon. But I just realized, yeah, I don't have it yet because I'm not far enough into the story on this save file yet. So, fortunately, maybe Bagon is off the table. I'll still see if maybe I can still get it. I mean, I do have a Pokemon that knows Waterfall, Cascade in German, which is not really a one-to-one translation, but anyway. It's not gonna work if you don't have the necessary badge. And because in this game, if I remember correctly, you need 8 badges. That's why my dear Asherna here, unfortunately, don't think will help me that much. And what I also need is a sweet center, so that's what I was looking for. Do I even need you? Let me check. No, I don't. There we go. Now the hunting team is ready. You ordered 3 huge things. Huge thing as in the size is huge, or huge thing as in very rare, hard to come by, or very desired, and you managed to snag it for a good price. But yeah, I do know how it feels like when you have when you find treasure, so to speak, on eBay. I mean, wouldn't be too wrong to call it that. Okay, let's just save here. Hey there, Alex. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Shout out to my Patreon, Alex. Did you do your writing for the website today, or did you not have much time for that? Which I honestly understand. Right, so when I use surf in the Meteor Falls, which I'm right now, I can also get a Lunatone. Oh, okay, never mind. I can, a star one, but that is way too late of a frame, so let me go back to the grass. You have to select encounter grass, even though we're technically not in the grass, but if you, like, technically speaking, from the programming or the way that the tiles are programmed, it's still treated as if it is grass. So yeah, the delay is gonna be 268 instead of 261, because remember, we are inside, so the frame, how the frames elapse are not identical. Let's stand inside of a meteor crater just because I want to. Oh, you read a nice book? What book did you read? If I am allowed to know, of course. Right. Enough chit chat, right? Oh, it's beeping again. Oh, I forgot to change it. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not too loud. Oh, not now, Crow. I'm sorry. There's a crow now eagerly, like, staring at me and wanting food. But I'm streaming now, buddy. Sorry, no. Oh, don't look at me like that. I better not look at the animal. I'm gonna cave in again. But the, I mean, this reset only lasts 52 seconds. So, not gonna be fast enough. But I do think that there's already was still food, leftover food from before. These animals, man, I didn't train them, they trained me. And they got me real good. That is a Zubat. We want a Lunatone. Hey there, Kite. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. We have big troubles with electricity, so UPS for my router comes right in time. Okay, good. Yeah, you, I remember you telling me that you bought such a thing. Anyway, I managed to put my library on the Kindle. Ah, very nice. Now you can read anywhere you go, basically. And I remember us having a conversation in a past stream once about the Kindle battery life being super long. Like, talking in months and not in hours. Kindle is amazing, much better than iPad for reading. Yeah, I mean, I don't have either. But if I had the choice to read on one of them, I definitely... Oh, there we go. Oh no, wait, that's a... Oh, Jesus. I saw the shape in the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, that's a shiny... No, wait. The eyes are red, that's the normal one. So no, there we go. My mouth was... this time my mouth was faster than my brain. But yeah, if I had the choice of reading on an iPad versus on a Kindle, I would definitely pick the Kindle. The book is Mindsight by Daniel Siegel, or Daniel Siegel, if that's a German one. That name sounds familiar though. Mindsight. Daniel Siegel. There we go, let's see. I think I've either read this or heard of it somewhere. This sounds really familiar. I'm reading the what I get when I search it online, look it up online. I'm good. What about you? Yeah, I'm definitely doing pretty well lately, I have to say. Also mood-wise, but that's just a normal thing with me when the weather is better than my mood instantly lifts. Battery is 98%. I read half a book in the dark with a backlight on. Yeah, these things just... they stay on. You'd think there's a star inside or something. Hey there, Fiery Chameleon. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you. How are you doing? Yep, stream is on. And as you might have... I mean, in the Discord I posted the thing that I thought that the Voltorb... that I misremembered the frame delay, but I did it with calibration without a frame delay, so you can deduce the delay yourself that way, if you're not sure. And no, turns out I was just really bad. Just failed at getting it, because I did manage to get it, but I didn't save. That really hurt. Don't like doing that. My inner gamer child is really upset, but I did promise to hunt it live and not offline. I just wanted to prove to myself that, because that did happen once. If some of you might remember when I did the Lugia hunt last year, I think it was last year in December, I used a wrong frame delay for a very long time, so that's why I didn't get the Lugia like for a couple of streams actually. And I just learned, oh wait, I did the I determined, or I calculate, I guess. I deduced the frame delay, the actual one, and the one that was on Reddit back then was wrong. So that's also a good argument to not just blindly accept a frame delay. From then on, if I somehow have trouble hitting a certain frame or getting a specific shiny, I'll do that. I'll deduce the frame delay for myself. And yeah, some have been wrong, others have been correct. The Voltorb was indeed the stationary Voltorb, of course, not the wild one, is indeed 85 frames. And I also did the same thing on Emerald with the Relicanth, because for some reason I just never managed to get a shiny Relicanth on stream, and I did it offline just to see if maybe there was some kind of shenanigans going on, but no. I managed to get that one as well. I just didn't post a picture of it on Discord yet, but I'll do them live though, definitely. But sometimes that just happens, I guess. Sometimes you just suck. I'll get the Voltorb though. Tomorrow I'll do it. It's much harder to write than I thought. Yeah. Sometimes you have a writer's block. Russians did new thing for 3 nights in a row. Oh. They launched 2 drones every 2 to 30 minutes and they fly close to my house and air defense is working. Oh jeez, that has to be so terrible. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Fiery Chameleon. But yeah, Alex, that is... Can't imagine how that feels like. Like, jets are loud, so every time you hear a jet, you're like, oh, Jesus. Will this be the last moment of my existence? Has to be terrifying. I mean, you can't see me right now, but I'm legit having my arm hair is starting to stand up. It's and yet it still stays strong. That's commendable, definitely. It was yesterday the birthday. Was it good? Oh, it was a good birthday. That is really nice. So you're a May child, just like my husband. I can have enough concentration to write something that makes sense. Well, that's the basis. So at least you got that. That's why I decided to read and watch more about the same subject. Found some interesting ideas. Ooh, nice. If you don't mind sharing the ideas, you don't have to share if you don't want to. But I really love talking about interesting ideas. Hey there, Kaiser Karmazin. Welcome back to the stream. Shout out to one of my Patreons, Kaiser Karmazin. Hopefully you're doing good. I didn't know, or I don't know if you've seen the post that I did on the Discord server, but yeah, the Voltorb was, the frame delay was correct. I was just failing at it last week. So yeah, I'm gonna hunt it tomorrow before the why not egg one. Everything I'm gonna say on eBay is Japanese. Well, still. Oh, Japanese eBayers are really nice. I mean, they give you really fair prices in my my experience, and they're down to negotiate. Can't say the same about every nation that I've dealt with. Oh, come on. Okay, wait. Okay, 18 minutes in. Time for a shiny, don't you think? So I just got a Japanese GameCube. Ooh, nice. Which one? Did you get the orange one? That's one I always wanted to get. Because in Japan, they released GameCube colors that didn't get a release outside of Japan. So not even in America or Australia or somewhere else. And yeah, the orange Japanese GameCube looks really nice. And I mean, I have every single GameCube color, but to be fair, only the ones that got released in Europe. And I want that Japanese Panasonic one that can also read DVDs, but that one goes on eBay for... I could buy a car for that price, so that's, for now, beyond what I can afford, unfortunately. I'll later buy the controller. Oh no, that was wrong. Stupid Yana, that was wrong. Do it again. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Yes, I have a Discord server. I thought I invited you already, but if I didn't, then I have you on Discord anyway as a friend, so there you go. You just got an invitation. No shinies yet, no. But we're not even half an hour in, so should be coming pretty soon. Oh, Kaiser Karmazin already pasted the link before or during the time I invited him directly, but yeah. Now you definitely have the entry point to my Discord server. Oh my god, what did I just do? This happens when you're way too distracted. Jesus. Of course not gonna do anything if I just click A. That was from the station. I was still in stationary mode. Jeez. Yeah. Sometimes you derp out like that. The GameCube controller, the orange one I have. I also have the teal one. I really like them. Oh, you got Pokemon Box as well. That's really nice. I also have it. And I can definitely recommend it. Game Boy Advance SP, nice. Oh, that's a nice haul there, Animator, really nice. Which Advance SP? There's definitely a lot of models, so which color do you have? I have my the red one that I got back then with Ruby. My brother got Sapphire, so he had a blue SP, and that's I also have that one still today. So I have SPs, 2 SPs, one in blue, one in red. And then my husband had the Game Boy Advance SP that had that's like silver and has a tattoo on it. At least that's like a tribal tattoo, tribal sign, sigil, whatever you want to call it. You can see it in some of my shorts. And yeah, I guess I own that one as well, and I've gotten a pink one, so that's 4 SPs that I have. For my birthday yesterday, I had dinner last night with my family down at the pub with a good day at work and before work too. Oh, that's really nice. Nice, glad to hear. Once jet flight to fly over my house on low altitude was loud. My brother fell out of his chair sitting in headphones. Oh yeah, these things go, they have over 120 decibels. That's so loud. If you're too close, your eardrums rupture. So that's actually a sound that's dangerous to hear because it's so loud. So I can imagine. Been very demoralized with writing recently. Oh, that's unfortunate. Don't have a lot of people to share my ideas to, and those that I can share ideas usually shoot my ideas down. Sounds like you hang around with the wrong crowd, Kaiser Karmazin. Because I'm pretty sure that the ideas are really, I mean, the odds of all your ideas being bad are very low. And I don't think that's the case. I think that's people maybe minimizing your ideas so they can look better, if that makes sense. Have you been talking to that narcissistic guy again? Because, I mean, you don't have to share the ideas with me, but I really don't think that your ideas are bad. And hopefully you can not be demoralized anymore with that. Because I think someone might be trying to demoralize you so that you don't make it, if that makes sense. Maybe that's a bit of an accusation, but it's just that all the ideas shot down. I don't know, that's very sus to say it in today's speech. This is about the reasons why people become liars. It's a simple idea, but I never thought about it this way. Figure it out, so it was a discovery for me. Not sure what you mean. Well, I mean what the lying thing is. At least I don't see the... Or is it just in general you you now have a better understanding or more thorough understanding of how liars work internally. Which it would be very interesting, yeah. Oh, silver, yeah, but I mean, any SP. I prefer the SP over the GBA myself. The reason is there's no immediate punishment for lie. I told the same for social media, but I didn't think this way about lying. Ah, yeah. That is true. So the person is afraid to meet consequences and begins to lie. Lie to parents about homework, lie partners about cheating and so on, and have no punishment for it. Yeah, definitely. Sometimes the punishment is too delayed, so the learning effect is maybe too, like the wait has been too long, so it can't function like that anymore. Ah, there we go! Shiny Lunatone. Star Shiny Lunatone. Alright. Finally. Took me long enough. Yeah, I do understand what you mean with the lying thing, definitely. And that does remind me about things I've read about, like studies in looking at deception in apes. And they came to very conclusions that match what you're saying, Alex. So definitely sounds plausible. You finished? Right. Which ball did I use again for the other one? I forgot. I think I'll use a great ball for this one. I don't have a luxury ball here anymore. I derp out a lot when talking to people. And there we go. It's caught. Very good. Can't think of a name right now, but what I can think of actually is saving the game. Alright, so I don't know if I can get to the Bagon, can I? I think I need to check that. I'm not sure if you can get to the, there's one room in this cave where you can get a Bagon. So that's the little dragon. But I'm not sure if you need waterfall for that or not. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. So hang on. Waterfall, do I need it? I think so. No, unfortunately not. I just checked that. So what else should we hunt? There's like on the just like on the thumbnail, I could go for a Duskull. I think I'm gonna do that. I just read you forgot to read more. I mean, I didn't forget it, I just was way too distracted with reading and other things. But yeah, I eventually said to myself, okay, you need to read the rest now. But congratulations on that great haul, that's really nice. So DSP, I'll buy a leaf green, nice. Authentic or reproduction? You're a silver guy, so you like anything silver? Understandable, silver is a really nice color to have. Such as this shiny as well. Really nice. So you got the silver GameCube as well? I mean, if so, nice one. I also have it, I really like it. I don't know if I like the silver or the white one more. Hard to decide. Okay, so 121. Can I get a... Oh, wait. For dusk... Where do I get Duskull? Do I have to go to the... Yeah, I think I have to go to the... Where is it? Mount Pyre? On what floor is it again? 4th to 6th floor. No, well, that is a... that is a shiny, definitely, but no thanks. That's... Okay, I think I need to go to the summit, as it appears. Yep. Yeah, okay. Just as I was about to do anything else, then this happens. I think I need to go buy some repels before I go, because I don't want to waste anyone's time with going through the grass. Where can I get the last repel? I'm just trying to figure out if I can have access to this on this save file or not. I think I prefer gold, as that feels more iconic to Johto. Gold is also really nice. There is a golden GameCube called, the color is called Starlight, which, yeah, that's nice. But that one never released outside of Japan. Okay, where is... Not the repel. I know where to get repel, but where do I get the best repel? Max repel. Okay, I need to specify and type in Pokemon, or else it gives me ads for spider repel spray and that's just crazy. Okay, so in this city I can get it. Okay, let's do this quickly. My favorite video for Omni's top 10 badass adorable characters in video games. That one was 2015, if I remember correctly. How many do I have? Oh wait, this one doesn't show you, does it? Well, let's just buy 9 of each. Oh wait, I don't have that much money. That's okay. Let's see if I can sell anything really quickly, just... There we go, there's things that I don't need. That doesn't get... Oh, never mind. Diamond button for Yana. Oops. Oh jeez, I'm really weird today, it seems. There we go, let's go on to the next shiny. Unfortunately, I apologize for putting Bagon in the thumbnail, because that's technically false advertising, since I cannot get to a Bagon at all. There we go, max repel, let's save here. Oh, the very good little 2 kittens. I really love cats. One of my favorite animals. And if someone says they have pictures of kittens, sorry, but you have to send me proof. Pics or didn't happen, as they say on 4chan, which is a place you shouldn't visit. Trust me. Okay, so it's in the exterior. In Ruby, you can actually find Duskull here, if I'm not mistaken. So I have to go to the summit, so the highest point of the mountain. And this is the summit, not where the fog starts, Oh, just in time for the repel to wear off. Perfect. Right, so let's hunt for a Duskull, shall we? 261 this time because it's outside. There we go. 1 frame later than the other one. Oh no. Oh, no. Actually, it is. So let's do this. Yesterday I had this really weird idea regarding hallucinogens and magic and how hallucinogens could allow for really weird, literally world-bending magic. Wait, that's a great idea! How maybe the effects of those drugs just got told... oh wait, those drugs were actually real and stuff like that. Just got told it was apparently like Mario because I used mushrooms as an example as they are historically used. Okay, no, that's a stretch. That's absolutely a stretch and very reductive. I mean, that's not the point of your argument, right? The point is about the... How would a high wizard, I guess, or a witch on drugs, how would that affect the magic? That's a great idea. I mean, out there, definitely, but it is an idea that... Can't say I've read that a lot. The only real things that go in that direction that I like to read are like the Ian Banks culture novels. They have, well, that's hard sci-fi, right? And they have some humans or humanoids, I guess, in that universe. Like they have designer-made glands in their brains just for designer-made drugs, and they have a whole culture about that, and that's like the only fictional world that I can think of right now that uses that concept. And I would like to see more of that. And your idea wasn't going to go anywhere. That's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. That's a very good idea, actually. You know, that thought also crossed my mind when I had like a lore debate, I guess, or like lore discussion with a friend about the Harry Potter universe or any magic universe. Like, if a altered state of consciousness, for whatever reason, be it drugs or something else. So that's a Duskull, but the one I want is red, really nice red. But yeah, what I wanted to say, how does the state of consciousness that's altered affect the magic? Because that is a very interesting idea, and I don't think J.K. Rowling ever explained that. To be fair, I didn't read the books, so I don't know, and I don't want to read the books. I don't like reading books from TERFs. But yeah, no, that's definitely a great idea. I think that person is trying to sabotage you, or maybe doesn't get it. Sometimes you just speak to people who don't have as much of an imagination as you, or maybe they need a bit longer to process something that you said, which is fine, you know, but seems to be the case here. I don't see the problem with that idea. I think it's interesting, and it's a thought that crossed my mind as well. Used to write mostly humor. We were a champion in Ukraine with my guys in humor. Also write scripts for theater sometime. Oh, nice. I wouldn't normally ask which theater pieces, but I just realized a microsecond later, wait, I don't really know that many. Not really into... I mean, it's not that I dislike theater, but I'm just not as engaged in theater as I am with other things like music or video games. Prefer gold mostly over silver, but I like silver and gold pretty equally. Yeah, I would say I prefer gold, but sometimes silver just is a better choice. It depends on with what you combine it. Working on a novel, wow, I have so many writing or very creative chatters here, very creative viewers. That's really nice. Nice, more letters to feed my brain. My brain is really happy about any reading material that might stimulate the neurons. Successfully work with writers, musicians, and actors. Nice. Like, help people walk through all the mental problems to be able to create freely. Ooh, that's a very good thing. You know how it is, if there's a lot of art, then the times are good, because during good times, or even during bad times, art is more important than a lot of people think. 2015 is almost a decade ago. Yeah, I know, right? I can feel myself becoming old. No, actually kidding, but just short on power ideas for some of the antagonists. Almost a decade since the Phantom Pain released. Phantom Pain. Trying to think. False advertising, cancel her. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's why she's a TERF. And I hate TERFs. Love cats too. I have a ton of cat pics and you're not gonna see them because I'm evil. Oh, that's so mean. I guess I just have to contend with the gigabytes of cat pictures I have. Oh well. My idea was what magic could be unlocked with drugs or such. Yeah, or maybe not just good but bad side effects. Like, for example, imagine if, I don't know, if you were in a magic system and you take a drug that makes you paranoid. Imagine if that had very bad repercussions, like it would make magical familiars that turn on your back because you are in that state of mind. That's just a very quick example I could think of right now. That would be very interesting. It would be something new, something different. And I would read that, even though I'm much more of a sci-fi person than I am a fantasy person. Maybe in the universe the mages are the biggest addicts of drugs. Something that would be somewhat funny in a way. Potentials for world building are pretty vast, yeah. Definitely. And flexible world building is also very good and important to consider. Like, there's ways of writing your universe where you can insert a lot of things and it would still not create plot holes or inconsistencies. But just get shot down. Wrong people in the crowd. Bigger problem is that I have had so many ideas shot down and I feel as though if I share that my ideas are always shot down now, people will pity me and say it's good. I understand where you're coming from. My husband has something like that as well, where he just doesn't even ask for anything about his ideas because he just thinks, oh, they're gonna be shot down or bullied or anything like that. That's gonna happen anyway. But then they always end up being very good ideas or very good things. Or even excellent. I mean, anything and everything, even that jokingly written cribby thing that isn't meant to be serious was actually very entertaining. So I actually can't say of anything you've written here that it is bad. Quite the contrary. Yeah, it's been a decade. Can you feel the wrinkles? Can you feel the back pain? Back in my day, kids, there were only 151 Pokemon, and the Game Boy had no backlight, so you had to buy a backlight, or if you were playing inside of a car and it was night, you had to wait for the street lights to choose your Pokemon move, because then you would see what was actually going on the screen. That was back then. I'm a relic of the last century. Or the last millennium. I'm not lying when I say that, even though that makes me sound like I'm thousands of years old. I'm 23 and I feel so old because I remember being 13. Yeah, it feels weird, right? Oh wait, you are You're younger than me, Kaiser Karmazin. For some reason, I thought you were older than me. I turned 30 last month. Because, I mean, yeah, I was born in 1994, so... Managed to join earlier than usual today. Hope I didn't miss much. Hey there, James. Welcome back to the stream. I'm glad that you were able to make it. I got on one shiny until now, but other than that, no. Right now I'm hunting for a Duskull, which is like a black, grey, dark grey ghost with a skull face. And the shiny is red. It's a really nice shiny. I like that one. $23 and I feel so... Oh yeah, I already read that. But yeah, Kaiser comes in. I really thought, for some reason, I thought you were older than me. I think I just mixed that up with someone else. We wrote specific pieces for children for different holidays and sell them in Ukraine and abroad. Aw, that's cute. Worked with big guys from the industry too, but it was mostly sitting with my mouth open, absorbing all their wisdom. I was sound engineering the show with them. Oh, that sounds very interesting. So you definitely had some very special experiences, I see. Nice. And I also see why you were trying to get into acting or the show business. But it's never too late, right? And I mean, the career you're doing right now, I assume you like that as well. Metal Gear Solid 5, yeah. Yeah, Chameleon, we want to see cat pics. What the hell? You don't simply not show us your kittens. I'm sorry, that is evil. Ah, you'll send them soon. Very good. I better have them before the stream stops because I need them. The gigabytes of cat pictures I have are not enough. I need more. I get back pain. I mean, to be fair, I have a nephew who always had back pain since he was a teenager because he grew so quickly, and my husband as well. He has back pain like even when in his late teens, but that's because some people just grow a bit quick and then they end up having back pain. So thanks for saying my ideas are good, but my brain says you're lying. And all that stuff, what 5 years of depression does to an MF. Yeah, definitely. The self-doubt, that's just one of the worst aspects, isn't it? But I'm not lying. I'm not a good liar anyway. I'm pretty sure that you could tell if I was lying. Swirlicht in... No, that was wrong. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I can feel the erectile dysfunction. Well, it's not a old exclusive thing, right? And you can do like take blue pills against that. Or you can have fun in another way if you catch my drift. Oh no, not the erectile dysfunction. How old do chameleons get? I got Lunatone. Lunatone. So that's a moon Pokemon. I mean, the name already tells you anything you need to know. Ah, okay, I think that was it. Because I remember reading something like 30 and not 20. I'm just that mature. Ahead of your age. At one point, being ahead of your age isn't nice anymore. Or so I heard. Also, thank you again for suggesting Ryanair. I haven't booked it yet, but I'll save £200 on my flight to Hamburg. Yeah, don't thank me, James. I think thank my father, because my father suggested it to that I tell you, because I mean, I hate flying, so I always avoid flying whenever I can, which until now has worked out really well. But anyway, he flew to Dublin and back via Ryanair for under 50 euros, and I was really surprised when I heard that. But yeah, I'm glad to see that you are able to go to Hamburg. I would like to join you, but from Luxembourg, Hamburg is so yeah, for those of you who don't know, Hamburg, as sometimes Americans or English people spell it or pronounce it, is where the original hamburger comes from. It's a populous city in northern Germany. I was there before, but that was a while ago. And with a while, I mean over a decade. But yeah, it's like a 6 to 7 hour drive still, and then I would have to book a hotel, and I just don't have that money right now. I mean, how can I? I don't have revenue, I don't have a salary. That's unfortunate, but hopefully I'll get a job this year, and then we can see about doing a road trip or something else. Funny enough, quite a few of my friends are older than me, like significantly older, 5 to 7 years on average. I also tend to be one of the youngest in my friend group. But to be fair, the oldest person in my friend group, or like from my friends, is 85 and will turn 86 this year. So yeah, my friend range is usually they are 90s kids just like me. So some are 91 or 93. Most of my friends are from 93. But yeah, I also have friends that could be my parents or my grandparents, or in some cases even my great-grandparents. I don't care. I don't need to have friends in my age group. If we vibe on a good level, then it doesn't really... I mean, sure, I wouldn't befriend minors because that would be weird. But, which I don't do anyway, but, yeah, I have the oldest friend that I have is, turns 86 this year. I'm also excited for cats. I'm always excited for cats. Working my depression though, so I don't want anyone to worry about that for some reason. Yeah, but for me it's already too late because I wouldn't wish that on anyone. That's just a horrible thing, a horrible affliction to have. But I'm glad that you at least found a way to manage that, which can't be said the same for a majority of sufferers. When I was 10 to 20, I thought I should study everything my hands could reach, and at the age of 14 I was reading a book about Python and write programs on my Nokia, like learn everything. When I was 20 to 30, I thought I should try as many things as possible in my life. I tried literally everything I had possibility to try. Wow. Nice. And the habit to study was still with me. Oh, that's golden, definitely. As I'm now 30 plus, I think I should be focused on stability and wealth, but all the previous habits are still with me. Oh, that's good, because I was about to ask, don't let that die down, of course. Pretty interesting life you have, definitely, yeah. And you seem to be very intelligent if you can pull off all of these things, like in different categories. That's great. We chameleons die at the age of 13, sure I should be dead, and yet you aren't. Oh, so you're a ghost now, is it that? Downside is I gotta take a 3-hour train ride to the airport that flies directly to Hamburg, but still save money. Yeah, you told me that Ryanair doesn't land in the your nearest airport, which I didn't know. But then again, last time I was in a plane was in 2020, and hopefully that was the last time ever, but probably not, unfortunately. If I had the option, I would rather travel by boat or any other way than plane. So it doesn't mean that the burger doesn't have ham in it. It can, because let me tell you, Germans love ham. But usually the original hamburger is with beef, just like you know it. But there is ham, some hamburgers with ham. But the ham part doesn't come from ham, comes from Hamburg, so the town. Love to visit Hamburg, hell, Germany in general. Yeah, some really nice places to visit, definitely. Also some breathtakingly beautiful places as well that I thought I'd never see, or that I just realized how close they are to where I was born and raised. It's really nice. To be fair, Luxembourg as well has some really nice and beautiful parts. But yeah, Germany has some really nice towns. It's really no wonder we get a lot of, as in we as Europeans, I guess, get a lot of. I see a lot of tourists, American tourists especially, in Germany. Especially in very old German towns, which, fair, they just look at they watch Attack on Titan and they see these houses and they say, "Oh, how exotic!" And to me, that's not exotic at all. That's just the neighboring country's old village that I've been through thousands of times. For me, that's not exotic. That type of architecture you see in Attack on Titan. That's German old architecture. I could see that every day if I chose to. Most of our friends were born in the year of our Lord 2000. Yeah, so weird. I remember the millennium changing. And I still remember being a small child, and then all these babies that I saw back then, they're adults now. They vote, they have a life. Maybe they have kids on their own. Kind of weird if you think about it. Oh, come on, I need to hit the frame. Technically still have 2 friends who are in high school, but I always put distance there. Don't usually talk to them unless they talk to me first. Yeah, I get it. If they're minors, it's definitely weird. At least you have a certain role to fulfill as an adult, and you need to be a protector. I think that's very important. Be a good role model. Hate being depressed. Honestly, I think there's people that glorify mental illness. Yeah, I don't understand that either. It's not. Depression isn't nice. Of course you hate being depressed. I mean, that means you're sane. Who would love having that? It's horrible. It's crippling, dare I say. I gotta try a hamburger in Hamburg and Brot plushie. Oh, you mean a Bernd das Brot? Come on, I want that dust color to be red now. Bernd das Brot you can get, yeah. But you can get it as a plush, or you can get him as bread that you can eat. But last time I had it wasn't really that great, but maybe that wasn't the best example. I just made a baked potato that exploded. Oh, jeez. Because I forgot to poke holes in it. Oh boy. That makes a mess, doesn't it? Oh no, I already see I see the picture in my head very clearly about the oven being sprayed with potato chunks because they went pop. Sorry to hear that. Or read that, I guess. Oh, you have bipolar as well? Can you manage? Because I can really say with... I mean, I don't have bipolar, but as an autist, I can definitely say mainstream society isn't made for very neurodivergent people in mind. And I know some people with borderline, and sometimes it's really how we set things up that are disaccommodating to them and not their symptoms, which is unfair. Call them little Ukraine. Oh, jeez. Oh. Some dark humor here and then. Too much information warning? Okay. My parents told me we went to Trier for a week when I was 3, but the only memory I have of being there is falling off the sofa, cutting my head, and throwing the blood at my sister. Whoa! To be fair, toddlers do the wildest things sometimes. You know, 1 second they can be the sweetest sweetheart you've ever seen, and then suddenly they threw blood at you, or they say the weirdest or the strangest or the meanest thing you could imagine, or they can just switch between laughing really loud and then just crying. And they cry because of the weirdest reasons sometimes. And I still remember some of the reasons why I was upset once. And as a child, it made kind of sense to me. But now looking back, I was like, oh, come on, that was unnecessary. As if it couldn't get worse, I tried eating what's left of it, and now my throat is burned. Oh no! Oh boy! So it exploded and it's burned. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, your mom. Oh, okay, so you inherited it, yeah. I have anger issues. I get very depressed and suicidal, but I can take it. Yeah, there's these two extremes, right, that are very represented. Hopefully you can manage though. I don't know if you take medications for it. If you don't want to share that on the internet, I definitely understand why. You don't need to disclose that, of course. No, come on. Shiny now, please. Sad seeing a toddler cry. Yeah, definitely. But sometimes they cry for the weirdest reasons. Like, they could cry because you are wearing something green and they don't like that at that moment, or they don't want that, and they just can't deal with that emotionally. And as an adult, you would ask yourself, why the heck would I cry and be emotionally disturbed because someone is wearing a color? But, I mean, it's a child, right? Toddlers aren't really far in their development when it comes to their neurons. I'm sure Alex could tell you even more about that, but it's funny. If I thinking back, like very early memories of me being upset, I was upset over very stupid things. Like once I was upset that my grandma, my Italian grandma, was in the same room. We were in the living room. And there was a game show on TV where girls and boys competed against each other. It was like a German children's game show where you could win toys and prizes at the end. And for some reason I was so upset and I didn't want my grandma watching that. I don't know why, but I just didn't want that. And I remember crying about that, even though that's absolutely insane and stupid, but to be fair, I was, 3 years old maybe? I mean, if I still remember everyone being significantly taller than I am, yeah, then I was a toddler. Used to, that's what got me kicked out of the army. Oh, okay, I see. So they don't accept that in the army, I guess. Hey there, Arch. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Okay, what do I get now? Shiny? No? Come on. What's going on? When I was a teen, I was out for lunch with my family and a toddler was crying and this old man yelled, "Shut up!" And for some reason, I burst out laughing. Well, that is pretty funny. Obviously, my family didn't agree on my reaction, yeah, but reading that like that, it's kind of funny though. You have to admit. I basically attacked my mom over a slinky when I was 2 or 3. The legendary battle for the slinky. Yeah, toddlers are just gonna do toddler things. ASMR Hot Blue Dragon helps you sleep and talk about your problems. Wait, this isn't the right place to enter the title for my new YouTube video. Interesting. Although I'm pretty sure there is already some ASMR thing going on with a dragon. I would be very surprised if there wasn't. Come on. Got more shinies than that before. Yeah, neocortex is fully developed up to 27 to 29 years. Yep. And as it grows stronger, it has the ability to stop limbic system that is creating emotions. It is possible also to reach the strength with training, but our nature helps us too. Oh, I've read studies about monks training, like doing meditation on that. And the scientists reporting what they found. It was really interesting. Remember, as a toddler, I would be disturbed if I laughed too hard and get emotional about it. Yeah, I also, as a toddler, thought it would be a wise idea to cut my own hair with a kitchen scissor. No idea how I got a hold of the scissor, but obviously my mom immediately took it out of my teeny weeny toddler hands. But I just thought, oh yeah, I saw that. I saw hairdressers doing that. Why don't I do it? Really stupid idea, but as a toddler you'd think, yeah, why not? You don't really question it, you just do it because you want to see. You're also very curious, you want, at least that's what I remember. Mom still jokes about Slinky to this day. Like last Christmas she got me a new Slinky. A new Slinky. Well, you've gotten the Slinky now. Oh, I did I had a temper tantrum as a child once in Italy because I wanted a water snake, you know, that toy thing. It's like plastic filled with water, and then there's in the water some kind of liquid. I believe it's water. There's some little not gemstones, but little plastic charms that makes it look like there's glitter inside, and there is also some glitter and maybe some shapes in it, you know, that toy. Some adults use it as a sorry that I saw something outside that was very weird, but it was a hey, that's a hawk. Nice. Wow. Holy. These things get really large. I keep forgetting that. But yeah, what I was about to say, I know some people some adults who bought water snakes as a stimming toy. Like, they don't like the fidget cube. They don't like the how's that spinning thing called again? Wow, I forgot the name of the toy, the stimming toy that was basically fidget spinner. There we go. Fidget spinners. They don't like the cubes. They just use the water snake, and then they just sometimes they accidentally break it because they just the grip is too much. But yeah, I threw a full-on tantrum because I wanted one like that. Can't believe my mom relented and gave me one. But yeah, I remember throwing a temper tantrum because of that. Honestly, I have a huge addiction problem and smoke and vape to cope with the depression. Can't blame you. Well, to be frank, my current situation isn't helping. Yeah. Well, everyone has their coping mechanisms. I don't know what to tell you to... Do you want to stop smoking? I assume you do. Used to be scared of cooking mama when her eyes would catch fire. Okay, that's kind of cute. Oh yeah, hello guys. Sorry about that. It's your favorite host, Arch, and guess what? Today's word of the day? UFO. Apparently today's word of the day is UFO. I didn't even know this channel has a word of the day, but I guess we do. We have that one. We have that now. Used to cut off my own hair with kitchen knives. Okay, that's a whole other ballpark than me taking kitchen scissors and trying to cut my hair. Kitchen knives, wow, James. You guys want to know something funny? I had the weirdest phobia as a kid. I was scared of sperm cells for some reason. Okay, sperm cells, interesting. To the point where I'd beg my grandma to not go to sexual pretty weird. Oh, so you were just so grossed out by those? Okay. Interesting, but can't say I've ever heard of anything like that before. Are you trying your best to quit? Yeah, good luck on that. I never had that problem trying to quit a addiction, so can't really help you there. But it's not impossible. Was obsessed with slinkies. They keep getting tangled and I keep getting new ones. I'd make them go down the stairs. Yeah, I think that was the purpose, wasn't it? So they would go down the stairs and then they would fall over again to the next step and then it would repeat. It's called an UFO when people see me in the sky. Ooh, they don't know burning chicken. Was generally a horrible child until I turned like 5 and then was very sweet. And then I turned 13. I was a weird child. I was a weird child that turned into a weird adult. But you said horrible child. I mean, to be fair, every toddler did some weird things like crushing bugs for no reason. It is said that in some weird way toddlers can be considered to be narcissistic and psychopathic, but that's just because they're not sick, you know? They are just not properly developed, like, in the brain. That's why they sometimes behave like that. I've eaten ants as a toddler. Like, I would go and pick up ants and eat them. No idea why. I just thought, hey, I'm an animal, right? And I eat meat, so I need to hunt. Don't ask me why I thought that was a good idea, but I just ate ants. And now I kind of cringe thinking back, and oh, these poor animals. I'm sorry. I really didn't know what I was doing. Now I'm back to normal, trying to be as kind as possible, Andrew. That's a good path to take. And yeah, there's always people here, same, if you want to talk about that. By the way, if you all need therapy from me, try to do it before Friday, because I gotta be away Friday. Oh, you're a therapist now? Today's word of the day is tantrums. Definitely. Wait, what? What kite? Oh, the ooh people are multiplying in the chat. Or I just keep attracting them, I guess. I think that's the case. Who's the new moderator? Is that Marisa Toho as a cat? I think so. Really small, so I can't properly see it. I love eating paper. Oh, you ate paper as a toddler, or you still do it now? Because, I mean, sure, you do you. It's not really nutritious, but there's much worse that you could do. You felt some sort of anxiety? Toddlers are curious, and young kids too. I'm still curious. That my curiosity never faded, but in some cases you're curious, but as an adult you question things more than when you are a toddler or a small child. Oh no, you just unlocked a memory of me stomping on a bird when I was a toddler. Yeah, I think every toddler, or almost every toddler, did something like that. I remember getting like a punishment time out in my room for playing with small animals as a child. And actually, as I was in my room, that was like, I didn't cry at all. I was like, no, I deserve this. What I did was wrong. And I'm glad that my parents intervened and said no, and showed me like more harsh punishment, as to say, no, do not hurt animals, even if they're really small ones. You love dragons a bit too much. So your favorite type is dragon type in Pokemon, I assume? I ate sand, glue, paper, and wood and all at some point in time when I was a kid. Talk about an omnivore. Sand, though, I've gotten that in my mouth accidentally as a kid. And like, if you fall head first into the sand, you know, and then you get some sand in your teeth, or in between your teeth and your mouth, that was horrible. Blah. Always was, Yana. Always was. I see. It is absolutely normal for primates to eat insects. We even have all the enzymes to digest them. Yeah, that was my reasoning back then, because I saw that. Like, I saw, I don't know if it was in a documentary or in a book I had, but I saw apes eating ants, and for some reason my 3-year-old brain thought like, yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that as well, because it's natural, right? And I just went outside in the garden and ate ants. Poor things. Well, at least I think they were nutritious in a way, but... Oh, the channel belongs to them. If I use attract, well, all of you are male, right? So, by the game logic, it should work. Wait, is that a shiny tortilla? Used to eat Play-Doh. Oh, you know, the only... I've heard of people saying Play-Doh actually is nice to bite on. I've never tried doing that. But I did read multiple times that apparently what Play-Doh is made of, apparently chemically it's not bad to digest, as in it doesn't cause your stomach to get upset or anything. And they designed it like that on purpose because of course kids gonna try to eat it. Also, my love for dragons is more than anyone else's. So are you dragonkin as well? Used to drown ants when I was a kid. Oh yeah. I didn't do that, but my sister, as I told her, apparently she took like a lot of okay, that was not what I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My sister tried to wash ladybugs once as a child, and of course they all drowned. I think that's a common thing with toddlers. I feel like God's gonna be like, you know how you killed all these ants when you were like 5? No heaven for you. It looks like I'm unlocking some core memories of some people here. Sorry if I reminded you of... yeah, if I just opened some really dark doors there. Oh, you ate some Play-Doh as well? Omnivore? Yeah, omnivores? No, omnivore. Yeah, we did evolve from apes, so... Some restaurants in London serve insects. I've eaten insects, as in not the ants, but I've eaten grilled crickets before. Or, no, not grilled, but fried ones. And they were not bad, actually. You identify as an AK-47? Come on, joke is from... The joke is older than me. Or is that, oh well, maybe not. Maybe it's a stoner joke, I don't know. So I am asexual basically, so attract fails. So you got that ability. You're gonna use attract and turn the battle into 7 versus 1, you know, that's kinda oof. Don't use attract on me, I sometimes go for both genders, so I don't got one technically. Well, I don't use attract on minors, so there's that. UF assault rifles, alright. You do you, huh? Don't tell everyone my username used to be Dragon Destroyer. Smash Bros 7 versus 1, no items. Oh, here we go again. Oh no. No items. So, not casual, but competitive. 7 versus 1 is really unfair though. I'm a war criminal because of those ants, as I've killed Yana, just as bad as sushi pizza practically. Oh, the sushi pizza thing, you weren't there in that stream, but once I don't know which stream it was, I think it was a week ago, where I talked about the episode where Gordon Ramsay, you know, that famous world-renowned Scottish cook, in one of his shows, he went to one restaurant that was run by a Asian cook, and his wife was, I don't remember if she was US American, but anyway, they had an item on the menu called sushi pizza. And what is it? It's exactly what it says on the tin. It's sushi pizza. So it's a pizza sushi thing. It's horrible. I mean, I didn't taste it, but my Italian side cringes. I don't think he really properly chewed it, because I think, if I remember correctly, he just took it out of his mouth because it was so vile, apparently. It looks really bad as well. And no, I'm not gonna eat ant sushi pizza either. Used to pull the shells off snails because I thought they needed a clean. Oh no. Oh yeah, you didn't know that it killed them. Because I saw a SpongeBob episode where Gary's shell was his home. Yeah, I get it. That's unfortunate. It's just like with my sister. Oh, but the ladybugs, they need to get washed. Oh, well, they drowned. Fat worm mezcal? Oh, the kind of alcohol where, is that alcohol where there's a worm inside and it needs to stay in the flask? Some weird things like that? We should get into a group hug. You rank number 1 in Riz? Are you sure? Competition is heavy there. And there's a guy that legitimately married his car. Imagine how they have fun. Yeah, aren't they called objectophile or something like that? I don't like to think about it. Well, at least no real person gets hurt, I guess, but... There's also a woman who married the Eiffel Tower. Like, the Eiffel Tower standing in Paris, or Paris, is married. There's a person legitimately, officially married to the Eiffel Tower. Come on, I want a shiny. Come on, I'm much better than this, usually. Or am I on a failed streak right now? At least I've gotten the Lunatone. But yeah, there was also I remember watching a documentary about a other woman who was married to like a fairground, not a roller coaster, but some kind of game thing. And they filmed her really passionately kissing that object. And I mean, very unusual, but can't say I find that to be horrifying. Implications of casual imply the existence of yeah, definitely. Your platinum rank? Mickey, that's the wrong extension. Was away from keyboard, sorry if I missed anything in the last 2 minutes. No, for some reason I don't hit the shiny frame, as it appears. I'm ranked number 1 in everything, even the worst person. Wow, congratulations! There's a 62-year-old woman in Africa who married a 9-year-old boy. Oh, that's wrong. To be fair, and sorry Americans in my audience, this is not a jab against you, but there's a lot of US states where child marriage is legal, and that's very wrong. That's a big culture shock to me, and I can't believe that this is still practiced today. I mean, to be fair, the US is not the only place, unfortunately. I prefer people marrying the Eiffel Tower than a minor. Because here's the thing, people, minors cannot consent. I don't know why that's so hard to understand, but they can't. Found this weird, but there's no age of consent over there. I've heard from some African people that some African laws, they don't even have, like there's some crimes that you can do over there, especially cyber crimes, where you basically have free reign. And the government literally doesn't care that you're doing it. What was it again? Something cyber extortions. I think the Nigerians. That's why there's that meme going around with Nigerian scammers. The thing is, if it's done over the internet, as I understood it from that Nigerian person that I know, she told me that there's no laws against that in Nigeria. So that's why they do it. It's because they don't consider cyber crimes to be real crimes. Unfortunately. Don't take it as a jab, it needs to change. Yeah, it's just really weird. It's... jeez. Let a kid be a kid, and it's just disgusting, you know, adults... Because that's always a power thing, it's a power imbalance, they want to control it, and just the idea of really wanting to control a child, just let children be, it's disgusting. Or minors. Age of consent also needs to be 18 everywhere in the US, but it's not everywhere. In Luxembourg, it's 14, but that doesn't mean that a 25-year-old can get with a 14-year-old. That is still not okay. Which, yeah, also very big red flag if you ask me. Like, what do you have in common romantically with someone who isn't even done developing yet? That's just, I don't know, very weird. But what they mean is two 14-year-olds getting together. That's... as in their consent gets accepted, but when one party is not a minor anymore, then the laws change. At least that's in Luxembourg. It's not black and white. There's some different steps in between depending on how old the person is. Or the other one of them. Hey guys, Chris Hansen here. Why don't you take a stool right over there? Yeah, definitely. Take a sit. Why don't you sit down? Some states have the age of consent at 16, some at 17. So, do I understand that correctly? A 17 or 16-year-old could theoretically get with a 30-year-old or 40-year-old or anything like that, and it would be okay, it would be legal, because in Luxembourg the 30, 40, whatever year old would get into trouble, which is okay and fair, and that's how it should be. But I don't know if your laws are very black and white, you know, with not a lot of nuance in between. Jeez, the topics that we discuss on this I'm doing these streams sometimes. The darkest things. England, you legally cannot marry until 18. Interesting, because in Luxembourg you can get married when you're 16 or 17, but you need the permission or the consent of your legal guardian or your parents. Although I would not suggest marrying when you're a minor. I don't think that's ever a good idea. I mean, also... Oh, welcome back, Enox12. Also, it's just weird to me when people date or are like a normal non-married couple for 1 or 2 years and then they want to get married. I didn't get married with my then boyfriend until we were together for 10 years. I think that marriage is a commitment. And you really need to be sure that this is the relationship you want to keep before you get married. And that's just you don't have that wisdom or that time or that maturity or just that experience when you're a minor. So I don't think you should be able to marry under 21 or something like that, to be honest. But maybe there's a lot of people that would be angry with that. I mean, it could be worse, yeah, it could be. But I think we should make the age of consent straight across the board and it should be at least 18. So you would say it has to be 18. With no nuance, which I kind of understand. Chile legally, it's 16, but 18-year-olds date 15-year-olds, not abnormal. Yeah, that would be in the grey area in Luxembourg. Although I still think it's weird as an 18-year-old dating 14, 15. I mean, all the relationships that I've seen with that age difference at that developing stage usually were very abusive or, yeah, in that nature. So it depends on the state. In my state, Illinois, the age of consent is 17, but it's only for people in high school with each other, I believe, or something like that. Okay, weird. It's a bit weird, but it makes some sense. Oh, so they have to be from the same high school as well? Never heard anything like that before, but to be fair, the US, right? I agree. My grandparents know a couple who've been married for nearly 70 years. Oh wow, congratulations. They married a month after they met somehow from day one and they knew they'd grow old together. Okay, that is really sweet, to be fair, very nice, but I think that's the exception, isn't it? I mean, most people unfortunately don't find their soulmate this early. Okay, for some reason that didn't do anything. Should be having that stupid dust on soon. 70 years is such a long time to be married, wow. Man, I don't want to get married, to be honest. I'd rather just have a girlfriend. Marriage is an institution after all. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. And you don't have to marry. You don't need to follow that footstep in order to be good or successful or happy in life. EA Sports, no thanks. EA, they make anything but good games, am I right? Yeah, I think less nuance is better. Some situations make things a bit harder to judge, true. But I think less nuance is better with this stuff. Okay, so you are saying it would be better to have it straight across the board 18 and that's it, which is somewhat understandable. Having a girlfriend, married, well, I mean, being married is just having a girlfriend, but the state acknowledges that and you get tax benefits. So, staring here wondering what the F do I say, because I also got an opinion on this from my actual experience and it's annoying as F. Oh, okay, that is... Kinda got a bad feeling about that. Please don't, I mean, if it happened, it happened, but hopefully you didn't get abused or taken advantage of, Arch, by someone who wasn't a minor. I mean, you don't have to share anything you don't want to, but do keep that in mind, right, Arch? You're still a minor. Don't let people who are... Don't let legal adults abuse or control you. Or groom you, I think that would be a good choice of words. For example, my ex, when she was 15, I was 17, we still dated when I came of age. Yeah, okay, that is a... I think that we can all agree on is not a problem. No, I was... At one point I was 18 and my then boyfriend, now husband, was 16. But that was still not a problem. EA Sports be like copy, paste, all done. Oh, and don't forget the DLC. That's way too expensive. Ain't having kids either, hell no. Yeah, if you don't want kids, I mean, I completely understand in this day and age. Pretty sad time to be putting kids in the world. It's not that... Phew, okay, no, sorry, I just was worried because that is unfortunately way too common. Way too common. You know, when you have an adult, like an 18, 19 or 20-something-year-old or older, going to a minor and saying, oh, you're more mature for your age, red flag, that's a grooming attempt. Don't buy into that rhetoric. Even if you are interacting with another streamer or any person on the internet like that, don't send them spicy pictures of yourself. Don't engage in any grooming or hoovering attempts from them. And don't buy into their rhetoric. It's just really disgusting how that is seems to be a big problem with some excuse me, seems to be a big problem with some online people. I mean, there's countless videos, compilations, icebergs, you name it, about YouTubers or streamers or anything of the like, professional game players who have been caught grooming children and minors, and it's disgusting, so felt like saying that, because I do have minors in the audience and I don't want that to happen to any of you, and I'm very serious about that. When I see something like that in the Discord, I will intervene. It's just, I know I am one, but I found my one already, but problem, she's 16 and the best we have is 2-year age gap. She was born a day after Christmas, feels like a gift. 2 years age gap is okay, I mean. in that case, so, I mean, I forgot, are you 14? Or, I mean, I guess so, because if you're 2 years older than her, you'd be 18, and then you would be an adult. My husband and I also have a 2-year age gap, and at one point I was 16 and he was 14. That was actually at the beginning of our relationship. Well, technically we started when I was 15 and he was 13. So, and that wasn't weird back then, or it wasn't weird. We consented to this. In this case, it was also legal and all that. So I wouldn't worry too much if that's the case, Arch. Doesn't seem like any grooming thing to me. Every time you breathe, a child in Africa dies. Yeah, every 60 seconds a minute passes in Africa. Did you know? Don't want to deal with a mini-me. The economy is bad. I can barely take care of myself, and honestly, kids are effing annoying. They can be, definitely. Sometimes it depends on their temperament, and other times it's because they've been badly raised. There's not just nature, there's also nurture to consider, of course. And I understand your reasons for not wanting children, definitely understandable. Come on, I want a red one, a shiny one. Where is it? Been at this for like over an hour now, I think. Oh, jeez. If I should go for something else, just tell me. I'll definitely change things up. I want to have children, because I would love to have the experience of being a mom, and I think I already love caring for things, or caring for creatures, caring for persons, for anything really. And I think I would be a okay mom, at least. I am good with children apparently, but I don't go to them. I just have random children that I don't know just approach me or just wave at me, no idea why. Or even hug me, but to be fair. Toddlers, you know, they just do things. I've also gotten attacked by a toddler once. It just started throwing punches at me. Of course it didn't hurt. I just was standing there like, what are you doing? It's even really adorable doing it, but he just stopped and then went to hit another person. No idea what that was about. But you know, kids do kids things. I ate ants, some people ate paper, others did. They thought ladybugs needed a bath, you know. But yeah, it's right now, like, I have had people that I knew from high school back then. They have children now. I'm really happy for them. And they keep asking me, hey, Jana, you're in your 30s now too, or at least you've entered your 30s. What about children? And I'm like, I don't have a job. I can barely afford myself. In fact, I can't, because it's my family supporting me right now. So that would be very highly irresponsible of me, falling pregnant now and having a child. That would be... I'm actually trying to prevent that thing from happening right now, as I have been for the past 14 years that I've been in a relationship. And I mean, I do want them, but rent and just in general housing is way too expensive. Everything is too expensive, and unfortunately now I can't. But I have more than enough time. I generally agree, saying that stuff is very much manipulative unless you're like a brother or sister or have known each other for a long time. Yeah, that's not the context, but yeah, the context I'm talking about is, you know, I think I don't need to explain. I think you can, you know, or understand which one I mean. Grooming is no joke, definitely. Almost 15. Right, so yeah, Arch, you were like the same in age difference-wise when I like first dated, or the relationship with my husband now. People say I'm abnormal for being single. No, absolutely not. I would say, even as someone who wasn't single for a long time, I think it's better being single than in a relationship and miserable. Because that's a kind of pain, I imagine, that's also not easy to deal with. And everyone that I knew who was in an abusive relationship, be it a man or a woman or anything in between, they aged really fast, they were really miserable, so... Not having kids my age, almost 22. I think like your 20s, and that's a hot take maybe, but I'm saying it right now. I think for most people, your 20s are too early to have your first child. I think most people are not responsible enough or not financially well off enough to have children in their 20s. I really think that. So I think 22 would be really early to have kids. In my book, at least. As I said, hot take. When I first started high school, someone in my class who was 12 was dating a 16-year-old. Age of consent here is 12. How old was the other person? Always depends on the age of the partner as well. Plus I have a friend who is married and she has a kid and she's my age. Wait, you know someone who's 14 and married and has or 15 and married and has a kid? Oh, poor darling. That's... is that like some religious kind of thing? Or like a cult? Because that's way too early to have a child and be married. Jeez. Poor thing. Definitely is not to make assumptions, but people who are more conservative tend to get married and have kids way earlier than most. Yeah, I've seen the data as well. And generally, conservative people have less in common sense and education. Yeah, that's true. Reality and its left-wing bias, am I right? Yeah, me and Yana was actually talking about this in Discord because I found out that Arch was a minor myself. And I think how Yana found out too. Brought it up to her as fast as possible. Yeah, yeah, that can make people uncomfortable, so... I hope you understand, Arch, but yeah. But luckily nothing bad happened, as I've seen. And people tend to grow on me really easily. Do they know those people over 18 you're a minor? Some do, some don't. Yeah, that's a red flag. I have to agree. Maybe you need to disclose that information. I mean, I don't know what you're chatting or what you're saying or something like that, but be careful. Because you are a minor. Attracted? Do you mean like attraction as in just find you sympathetic, or the other kind of attraction? Because people over 18 being attracted to you, that's wrong. Change of topic. Reason I didn't use Ryanair for Luxembourg is only flights I could get there were 7 AM and the closer airport, Heathrow. But I fly from Stansted, the further airport, to get to Hamburg. Ah, okay, I see. It's a matter of the law. You've met lots of people who are very mature for their age and they are minors, but the fact of the matter is they are minors, yeah, exactly. If you intend to have anything more than a distant friendship or mentorship, then that's a problem. Yeah, I mean, I've seen and met a lot of people as a minor myself when I was one, who were really mature for their age, but still. Don't go to that considering one of my friends was groomed. One of your friends was groomed? Really? Oh, jeez. Did you report that to the police? Oh, that's so horrible. I hope your friend is over there. Jeez. people don't realize how traumatic that is for the minor. Like, that's a trauma that sometimes you feel the reactions or the aftermath of that 10 years later. Your mom had you at 24. Well, that's really, really early. To be fair, my mom had my sister when she was 17. But that was another time. My mom was born in the 50s. My old math teacher is 45 with a 30-year-old. That's okay. I mean, a big age difference, yes, but a 30-year-old getting with a 45-year-old, there's no developmental difference, there's no power dynamic that is weird, so I think that's okay. My cousin had a kid last year at 21. Maybe that's the thing in Chile, that they have children really early. So hard to tell the line between a groomer and someone who is just a friend. Sometimes, yeah. Oh, you gotten the SI-XL. Really nice. Midnight blue with a couple of scratches. Midnight blue is a nice color for that one. Can't wait to get it. Very nice. But onto a different topic. I find it somewhat good that you have the same experience, Jan. I thought it was just that one guy who's younger than his girlfriend. No, I mean, I was, when I got together, like, I've gotten together with my now husband and boyfriend in 2010. Like, the first date we have was the last day of January in that year. And I was 15 and he was 13. But that wasn't me grooming him. I was a minor. We were in love. We knew each other since kindergarten, and we dated, and that was okay. I mean, he was cognitively advanced for his age. That was one reason why I loved him or fell in love with him, because I'm sapiosexual. I like people that display intelligence and was open-minded, so. But still, we could consent to each other in that case. That was no abuse or anything. Mistype that was meant to say a kid in my class was 12 and dating a 16-year-old girl. The boy was 12, she was 16. Okay, that is somewhat weird. Especially because girls often tend to develop faster in that age range. But still, I don't know. Giving me weird vibes, definitely. Also, no, my friend is not in a cult nor believes in any god, but still, that's 14 or 15 and married and a child. That is like something you usually hear from cults like, I don't know, Jehovah's Witnesses or the Mormons. Do you remember flying thing in the sky in Portugal a couple of days before? Oh, you mean the meteorite? Or there's a meteorite in the sky over Russia. I'll send a video on Discord. These things look amazing. I've seen some, still no shiny Duskull. What's wrong? Come on. I got this. I'll definitely want to see the videos. I've seen some videos, or pictures, but they were bad quality. But I'm always down for sky pictures if it's anything to do with astronomy. Was a 16-year-old guy dating a 12-year-old girl and he was getting called a pedo, but the 16-year-old girl dating the 12-year-old boy didn't get any hate. Oh yeah, that's a stupid double standard that I, as a woman, hate. When you see for example, if you see a grown man having allegations of raping a minor, it's called rape. But if a woman does it to a minor, then it's not that. It's sex, which, no. It's the same thing. Why is it better when the perpetrator is a woman? That's just a double standard. And I hate that as a woman. I also remember when my niece and nephew were a bit younger, and I was like, I don't know, how old were we? I think like 20, 21 or 20 and 18, and I went to Trier, which is a nice town in Germany, with my now husband, then boyfriend, and my nephew and niece. And at one point I had to use the toilet, so I went to the restroom, and my then boyfriend got some really mean and nasty looks because they were like, what is this guy doing with these two children? Like, no, he's not doing anything, he's just paying attention and just caring for them. But when I never get these looks, like, they never accuse me of anything because I'm a woman, and it's just wrong. And I'm really aware of that double standard. It makes me angry, honestly. Also, yeah, no worries. I've been depressed because some of my friends leave me as soon as I let out I'm 14. Okay, but that's kind of understandable in a way because if they are... Come on, why don't you work? Is Eontimer having problems now? There we go. Rip Shoppet. Water spout, ouch. But yeah, I kind of understand because it's a weird and precarious situation, right? I mean, if I had people writing to me and then they said, hey, I'm a minor, I would be kind of... I don't know, I'd feel weird because I shouldn't be contacting random minors, even though I didn't initiate the contact maybe, but still, it's... You have to understand that, right? I get it, how it can be annoying, but also have to consider their viewpoint in this case. After 3 years of as being single, I ain't so bad. I learned a lot of things now I can choose and not so desperate for a relationship anymore. Yeah, and you didn't win at life because you have a relationship. It's over it, don't worry, okay. That's good. Oh jeez, I'm really lagging behind the chat, I just noticed. Oh, the teacher was 45 of the 30-year-olds. Oh, I at one point I just read it at 13-year-old as a partner. That would be really wrong. The dad is 50. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no, that is very wrong. Oh jeez. Well, she was 15 then. Oh hey there, Ahmed. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? The topics have been really dark again, as always. The chat is on fire. And I'm lagging behind, it seems. Oh, you changed your profile picture, I see. Just can't exactly see what it is because it's just too small. Kinax12 sub for your channel on YouTube after I found you on Wesker and Friends channel. Anyone seen the show The Moomins? I've seen a couple of episodes. One of my favorite shows. It's really cute. Right, it's clear Art is getting very uncomfortable about these topics. Let's drop it. If I see any more people bring it up from now, I'm deleting the comments. Yeah, is that alright with you, Arch? If and also please just tell me that immediately if there's a topic. I mean, I'm just very autistic and I just discuss anything that my viewers throw in the chat. And I try to keep it as family friendly as possible. But if anything makes you really nervous or anxious or uncomfortable, then please tell me. I think my language teacher liked me. She was cute. She would like flirt with me every time I would get a new cut, for example, and she'd always seek my attention. Ugh, very weird. Very, very weird indeed. Wesker's the only one who is mature and Ethan is okay with Chris and Leon are very wild. Don't know who these people are. but I'm sure you understand what you are writing to each other, I assume. Sorry if I don't talk a lot right now because I have to work on cleaning out my garage. Yeah, no problem. I'm also usually more of a listener to streams. Wait, no, let me rephrase. Her husband is 50. I'm not sure who that was at the time. Apparently she was married before, who she's with now. Yeah, that would make sense. Because the way you phrased it before came across as that person impregnating her when she was 15. You know? Dark and morbid stuff. I know, my chats always turn very morbid for some reason, but... Oh, still no shiny Duskull. What's wrong? Jeez. Really sucked lately. And morals. I do like to discuss morals though, even especially grey morals, but yeah, we can drop it. Let's talk about Pokemon online users like the GTS. Don't you hate it when they ask for for Pokemon on the GTS that you can't trade? Like mythicals? Really hate that. Well, guys, gotta go. Hope you guys will be still here in an hour. Yeah, I wanted to still stream for about an hour and a half, I would say. So if I don't see you in an hour, then see you tomorrow, Kinox12. Have a good one. You love the Pokemon GTS? Yeah, it's not there anymore, right? I just was frustrated sometimes. But I did manage to get some really good things, like I gotten Shinies over the GTS. So that's always a nice surprise. We are the definition of an autistic chat, so we talk about the most morbid things possible. I told you before, you asked me, hey, how's the day? How's your day been? You know, I did that and that. Oh, do you know about insert something very specific? I talk about it for hours. They literally took so many steps back after Generation 6 with online interactions. They always seem to be taking some steps back. What's Pokemon GTS? The global trading system. So that was used back then to trade Pokemon over the internet. The interwebs, ooh. Morbid stuff and don't even bat an eye sometimes. Yeah, my husband says I'm crazy for that, but okay, after this I think I'm gonna hunt something else. There's still a lot on the table. So, I could go for a Grimer, I could go for an Aaron. Lunatone I already did. Bacon I can't, as of yet. I could also get a Meditite, a Shroomish, a Gulpin, a Sandshrew, a Trapinch, a Cacnea, a Jigglypuff, and a Linoon. And yes, I did make a list of things that would be interesting to hunt. But yeah, what my husband says was, what is crazy, is that I can literally eat something and watch a surgery or something like that. I can listen to very morbid stuff and still eat. Or do something like, I don't know, doing laundry or the dishes. And he says, how can you do that? So every single time I listen or watch something that is like that, very morbid or maybe medically gory in a way, I have to do it for myself, because he just says, how in the hell can I just watch or look at that or read that and not cringe? Well, some people are built different, I guess. Not saying that that is cool or commendable at all. But yeah, I've noticed. Now, yeah, as nostalgic I am for the GTS 10 and GTS system, it could be very frustrating. Yeah, they have a level 100 shiny Rayquaza and they want a Wurmple for that. Well, no, they have a, sorry, the opposite. They have a Wurmple and they want a level 100 Rayquaza for that. I wonder, were they all children who just wanted to troll? But I also remember there being GTS like this. There were people that if you went to the GTS and you clicked on their profile, that the game crashed because of some kind of glitch or something with the... I think that was in Generation 7. As a kid, I got a shiny Mewtwo for putting Charmander in the GTS. Oh, nice! How about we talk about clothes and outfits, since I love clothes, especially high-class clothes. Yeah, sure, I also like clothes. What? Do you have any high-class clothes? I mean, it depends on what you consider to be high-class clothes. It's Baygon, no, not Baygon. Baygon? Baygon? Baygon. Bacon. Sometimes you gotta talk about dark and morbid stuff. Sometimes, yeah. You got a shiny Tornadus from the GTS. That's also a very nice find. By the way, guys, I found a guy who won't sell a hacked Nintendo Switch with more than 50 games like Pokemon Legend Arceus, Sword and Shield Scarlet and Violet for 200. Is that good? Well, if it's hacked, I don't know, you could get banned from Nintendo and then you have all of these games that you can't use online. Amazing, holy crap. Someone wants that deal. Well, that's true. Legends of Arceus is alone is $70, true. Oh yeah, I can hear the most disgusting story and then go eat a 4-course meal. Yeah, I was listening to a true crime thing video once of a... Okay, this is morbid again. I'll try to finish it quickly, but a family annihilator, let's put it like that, who put his daughters in a oil drum, which was absolutely disturbing and horrible, and how can you possibly think of doing that? That's beyond me. But I ate something while listening to it, and my husband, he just said at one point, "Sorry, stop the video, please. What are you doing? How can you listen to this and eat something? Are you mad?" And that's why I realized, oh wait, yeah, what am I doing? Like, why can't I just do that? I guess that's not really normal. Wouldn't be able to eat while hearing very specific morbid things like stuff we were previously talking about. For some reason I can do that. I don't want that talent or that quirk. I would trade that for something else. Hey there, Cry to Skyraker. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good actually. But mentally, yeah, but as in getting shinies, I don't know, not really. I've gotten one shiny for now, which is weird. I should have gotten a shiny much earlier now, but for some reason I just don't hit the Duskull. Maybe I should change things up. What do you think? Should I go to another region, to another route, try something else? Right, I'm gonna hop out. Stay safe, guys. Yeah, stay safe, Arch, and remember what I said. Yeah, stay safe. And see you, maybe, hopefully, tomorrow. In Generation 6, they hacked the GTS and made it so there's specific values that crash the game, like the gender being so specific. Yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah, later in the GTS Gen's life, it got hacked so the GTS is messed up with a bunch of similar and awful names. Click on any of the weird names, it crashes your game like it did to me many times in 2023. I've seen videos of that happening, yeah. Too much information warning, probably shouldn't read the story I'm about to send out loud. Okay, I won't. Thank you for for writing that before I read it, because my autistic butt would definitely read it out loud. Oh, I bet you heard a lot of stories. What? Okay, that is messed up, but yeah, I can't say I've also listened to very morbid things while eating, or just doing anything like cleaning your hands or cleaning the sink. I had a hacked Switch, then I got banned from Nintendo, wasn't able to use it anymore. That's what pushed me to get an OLED Switch, yeah. So ask James about how cool it is, quote unquote, to have a hacked Switch. Nintendo is it really goes against emulations, obsessive morons. Yeah, they really crack down on emulation really hard, definitely. But I do understand, I mean, I kind of understand, but at the same time, emulation is sometimes the only way of playing an older game, and they should definitely put efforts into re-releasing older games. Because not everyone can shell out hundreds of euros or dollars or whatever to get a old console and the game. We just mean as long as I don't try playing online, I'm okay. I play all these games. Nuzlocke are like ROM hacks in a way, I guess. Husband probably be thinking you're a psychopath watching that stuff while eating casually. Well, he knows I'm not a psychopath, because I'm not, and I actually feel really bad especially for with true crime, when there's always these victims. I feel so bad for them. That's why I only watch people or YouTubers or any of the sorts that lay out that information factually, and plus points if they kind of talk about the victim, what kind of person they were, just so they may have died the first death, but the second death, their name, their legacy, that death is denied. And I don't know, the person kind of lives inside of other people's thoughts then, in a way. But yeah, that is definitely weird, I have to admit. Or just was watching a surgery, so a cyst getting removed in a nasal cavity, like a sinus, wasn't a booger, was a cyst, and I just ate something. And he just asked me, could you eat pudding while watching that? And I said yes. And he gagged and said, oh God, how could you? I don't know how. I can watch these things and look at them very scientifically, I guess, without having too much emotions come in between, even though, I mean, with surgeries, okay, but with some murder things, I actually can't suppress that. I feel bad for the victim and anger towards the perpetrator. Can also eat while watching stuff like that, so it's not just you. There used to be a crime documentary channel on YouTube which got deleted, but I watched it all the time back in 2019. Do you remember the name? Jeez, I should be getting better. What's wrong with me? Way too long for Shiny Duskull. Jeez. Doing good, Yana. Just 2 more 12 hours of work is left. Oof, yeah. Almost there. Almost there. Lester Higher Brass says otherwise, because the materials at my workplace are running out sooner or later. Oh, so you're working with brass? Okay, I see. Hopefully then you'll get your well-deserved rest. Recommend hacking your 3DS. Can't get banned there when there is no longer any official Nintendo Online. Exactly. Hack your 3DS. I told you that as well, James. Well, you already have a hacked 3DS. But that way you can play these Pokemon games for free. Because unfortunately Pokemon second-hand Pokemon games still are very expensive. So trying to get them is... Come on, where's the shiny? Guys, I found a cute video for a little chick. I comment, he is cute. I can't wait to see him in my plate in Kentucky Fried Chicken. Then he can become part of me forever till he leaves in the bathroom. Oh jeez, damn it. Oh boy. For a second I thought a chick as in a girl, and then you just met a girl and you saw a cute video, but then yeah, no. That one went dark really fast. But I mean, judging you for that would be hypocritical. I literally ate chicken today, and I think if you would be able to stack all the animals that I've eaten in my lifetime, that I've consumed, it would be a staggering amount, like not a mountain, but a large heap, definitely. So, not judging. I'm a carnist, as a vegan might say. No, that story he shared was effed up. It was not right. If that happened now, I would have been charged with a malpractice for tampering with cadavers like that. Yeah, that is messed up. I mean, I couldn't do that. I would feel so bad. Because that is disrespectful. 1970s, different time, yeah. That's why I don't like Nintendo anymore. They are on my least favorite gaming companies. Not worse than EA, Activision, Blizzard, or Wizard of the Coast. Yeah, I mean, the title of the worst gaming company, there's heavy competition for that title, am I right? But they used to be better, that's definitely true. Go to med school and be a doctor. You'll be fine in surgery. I actually watched, I was live, well, as in, I watched a surgery in person. What you may not know was I, for 1 year, had to go through, so the 12th year of high school, I had to go and do, I had medicine courses, and also some nurse courses or classes. And I also had to work in a hospital for a couple of weeks. And I've seen a surgery, like someone had a fracture, a pretty bad fracture due to a skiing accident on his knee. And yeah, I saw them opening the knee and then drilling. And oh boy, when I told my husband, oh yeah, it smelled like when you go to the dentist when they drill through bone, but even stronger. And then already he went like, nope, stop, I don't want to hear anything about that anymore. And geez, let me tell you, I've never seen this much blood before. But I mean, I wasn't allowed to do anything in the surgery, right? I was just allowed to watch, that's it. Which, fair. Definitely fair. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a surgeon. But yeah, I did watch a surgery and I was fine. And I even got to see inside of his knee because they were using a camera. And yeah, you know, when they make the hole, sometimes there's blood coming out. So they had to catch the blood with a... Okay, maybe I should not finish that sentence. I don't know, maybe I'm creeping out people again. I sometimes forget how okay I am with things like that, and others just aren't the same. But yeah, I watched that, and then later I ate pasta with red sauce. No problem. And my dad was really... I remember coming home telling my dad I just watched a surgery and that was the most blood I've ever seen, and then eating the pasta and was like, wait, doesn't that upset you? No. I mean, the patient now has a functioning knee again, so that's good, right? And it is fascinating just watching them, how they work. do know a lot of people still love playing the new Nintendo games as well, to be honest. I've not been very interested in many Nintendo and Nintendo Switch exclusive games anymore. Yeah, I've also been playing basically only retro games at the moment. Yeah, Smash Bros. Is always hype. That was 6 years ago. Time flies. One of my favorite memes says something like, Nintendo don't pirate our games. My brother in Christ, Pokemon White version for $450. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, that's the problem. Or like Emerald. James wants to get into the GBA Pokemon games, and unfortunately they cost a fortune. Which sucks. The only game I would have got if I would have a Switch would have been Blast Blue Cross Tag Battle. Oh, you don't have a Switch? Well, that's fair. Don't remember the name of the YouTube channel, but one of the FBI agent was called Candice DeLong, who was known for wisecracks as in things she would say about the people. She did a documentary on a town close to me called Camberley, and back in the 60s there was a 9-year-old serial killer called Mary Bell in Kingston, London, where my uncle lives. Oh, I remember reading something about Mary Bell being among the youngest killers. Yeah, scary. F Wizards of the Coast, yes, F Wizards of the Coast, definitely. Their last fiasco. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokémon Tournament, Mario Kart 8 and Breath of the Wild, very good games. 2 of those were a Wii U game, though just ported on the Switch, that's fair, and Breath of the Wild was released on both of the Wii U and the Switch. At the same time, I believe. I think so, only legit Switch game I liked. Alright, Kryto Skywaker, thank you for being part of the stream, and have a good night. And see you maybe tomorrow. Sorry for my opinions on Wizard of the Coast, very strong. Understandable. You despise them, understandable. Everyone here seems to hate Wizard of the Coast. Want to publish my world as a D&D module, and they want the rights to it if I do that? Hell no, yeah, that just sucks. Doesn't it? There's a knee surgery flash game I used to play as a kid for some reason. Yeah, there were some really weird surgery flash games. Like, there was a surge of them in the mid-2010s. Very strange. Will not give them the rights to my world I've been working on for 10 plus years. Yeah, don't. They just want to have control over that, and you know the rest. Money, money, money. And what about shiny, shiny, shiny? But for some reason I just don't hit the frame. Still think Activision Blizzard's takes the works company title, but Wizard of the Coast is a strong contender if they keep it up. Yeah, the Activision and Blizzard things were also unacceptable. I mean, you were 10 when you made it. Oh, dates back a long time ago, I see. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Activision Blizzard supports genocide stat as well. So they take the cake by far, definitely. Oh yeah, I forgot Activision and Blizzard were supporting China when they were trying to take over Hong Kong or Honkai. Oh yeah, they did. I remember. By the way, my grass challenge on Pokemon Emerald, you beat Riona? Oh, so one more badge, and then it's time for the Elite Four, isn't it? Come on, Shiny. What's wrong with me? I suck. Well, Wednesday with very few Shinies and a lot of morbid discussions. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Krytos now. I think he's now off to bed. Which, understandable if he has to work that much. Companies want nothing more than power over customers and money, 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 yeah. Hong Kong, yeah. Yeah, I remember that whole thing. Jeez. Oh, and the abuse allegations, the sexism going on. It's just, why, you know? 2 more badges and Lisa than Juan. Or Juan, sorry. Juan is more how you would pronounce it. Could you say our conversations have been wild? I'll be here all night. Eh, where's the shiny? Why am I not hitting the frame? What's wrong with me? I mean, that's a good question. What has been wrong with me my whole life? That's a very good question, but right now, I want that red Duskull to appear. Now I can talk basically about anything specific. But yeah, that has to be kind of weird for people. I can watch a cyst getting sucked up with that marsupilation, you know, that thing they sometimes use to hoover or suction pus out. It's pretty disgusting if I just say it out loud like that. But yeah, I just watch a surgery like that while eating something. And I understand how you would say, what's wrong with you, Anna? And I don't know what's wrong with me. That's why physical media is dying out, so companies will have more money and more control. Yeah, I think that's the case, unfortunately. Oh, there's no... Let's try it here, not that it makes that much of a difference. Wouldn't do it, but in England you can legally marry and have kids with your cousin. Yeah, I would advise of not doing that as well. Did you know that Einstein was one of the person, or one of many people, who married his cousin? I can't believe you guys been doing well in stream and have not said anything dark. We have Amit, if you scroll up. No, what did I just do? Wait, that were 7 counts, wasn't it? Not 6. That threw me off guard. And now we're doing another sound. Okay, Eontimer, sure, absolutely. Even with me liking Smash Bros. Ultimate as one of the only Switch games I like, it was still pretty disappointing due to the World of Light campaign. Yeah, I agree. I would have liked something, or preferred something like in Brawl, that story mode. That was really nice. Definitely understand what you're trying to get at. Someone is 100%. Yeah, you're not alone with that opinion. Definitely not. Didn't know that about Einstein, but I can really make things dark if you want me to. And then you retracted it. I mean, we've already... Well, I mean... Yeah, it's always like that. I don't think there has been a stream where we don't discuss anything morbid. Didn't know that about Einstein, but I can really think... Oh, you just wrote the same thing again. Oh, you didn't mean to retract. I see. Customized my Opera GX browser to a Ratchet Deadlock sound effects, Ratchet Deadlock music with Ratchet Deadlock look to my browser. Wow, that's dedication right there. Oh, James, didn't you tell me I should switch over to Opera GX because Chrome sucks? At least Chrome has been steadily becoming worse over the years. What did you guys dislike about the World of Light? It's not that I dislike it, but I would have preferred something more coherent, just like in Brawl Subspace Emissary. And I would have liked to see more cutscenes where the different characters from different universes interact more. And unfortunately, they never really did that again. And I would have, like, one thing that also annoyed me with the Subspace Emissary back then in Brawl was that, like, they made a lot of enemies up when they just could have used enemies from different games. And I hope they would do a new version of that in the newer games, but unfortunately they didn't. So that's my complaint. It's rather minor. I don't regret switching from Chrome to GX. Yeah, I think I should do the same. Loved Brawl Subspace Emissary. I was hoping similar thing about the World of Light. Yeah, just like I said. I think we have the same opinion there. Never thought it was disappointing one more, but it was a step back in the right direction. Did you ever play Brawl? Because I would suggest playing through the Subspace Emissary, and then, like, with that new experience, if you haven't played that already, then we, like, judge it again, with now having known about the Subspace Emissary. Got GX when it came out, I haven't touched Chrome since. Don't hate World of Light. I had some fun, especially against the bosses. Lack of cutscenes and repetition was what made me sad. Yeah, that's also exactly my opinion. I wish they brought back the idea of Double Dash Mario Kart. Yeah, I would have loved to see another, like another installment in the Mario Kart series with the same concept. Okay, 5 seconds remaining. Isn't it weird that with the lower wait times I tend to mess up more with the frames? Weird. Oh yes, guys, I'm going to get a pet. Guess what? I show you once I get it. Oh, definitely. I love animals. My guess is a cat. Easy guess, maybe, but I'll let the others guess with another animal. Actually, like the made-up subspace enemies, it made it feel like they are a common threat that everyone has to fight. I understand that, but I would also love to, you know, as, I don't know, as King DDD going through Pokemon, or, I don't know, Mario defeating enemies from another franchise. I don't know, something like that. That was, I think those were the most fun parts. That's also what I like about the adventure mode in Melee, in Super Smash Bros. Melee. That as Link you can jump on Goombas. It's just... You kind of always wanted to be able to do that. At least I did as a child. We'll see other iconic enemies, yeah. You know, there's a lot of subspace enemies, they just repeat over and over and over and over again. And they could have been replaced with other things as well from actual games. Played through Subspace Emissary, I just think it's a step in the right direction considering we didn't have anything like that. I mean, Subspace Emissary is from Brawl, which is on the Wii. Do you plan on getting GX? Maybe. I like Opera GX, but I'm telling you no, it's not perfect. Yeah, nothing is. Has glitchy visuals sometimes. Well, so does Chrome. Not a cat. Okay. Is it a mammal at all? What's your opinion on reptiles? I love reptiles. I never had a problem with them. I'm not the type of girl who says, "Oh, I like you know little eeny weeny animals only with fur and with I don't know if they're cute." No, I also like snakes, and I also think lizards are cute. Iguanas are cute, and yeah, I've cuddled with a boa and a python before. Not mine, but yeah, I like reptiles. One time on my Opera GX, my Discord was just extremely bright for some reason. I still have these flickers on my Opera GX sometimes. Oh geez, imagine Opera GX using flash on you. Also on my Opera GX, half of the time the chat on this live stream doesn't even show up, leading me to refresh it until it works. Okay. Yeah, that is inconvenient, definitely. Whereas Google Chrome, things just seem to work better but less cool of a browser. Oh, excuse me. For some reason my... Can you hear me? My voice? Okay, I'm a bit exaggerating right now for comedic or non-comedic effect, I guess, but... Jeez, this should have been done like over an hour ago. Why am I still looking for a Duskull? What is going on? Meant to say Wii U, my bad. Ah, okay. Tamagotchi is a pet, maybe it's that. A digital one. Fair. No, so far that's wrong. So it's not a mammal. God of War used Flash. God of War was male. Does Google Chrome have glitchy visuals? Never issue with glitchy visuals. Sometimes. Or just things, pages not loading at all. So Ahmed, is it a bird? Or a reptile? Okay, that was... I have to restart Eontimer. Is Eontimer having problems again? It looks like... Why is that always happening? One... And the sound is different again, but whatever. We'll try to get you pictures from my roommate. Then he's basically a zoo in his room filled with fish, reptiles, and bugs. Oh, interesting. What kind of fish does he have in reptiles and bugs? I mean, if I could, I would definitely maybe have a tarantula at one point. I like spiders. I like animals. They don't need to be cute or conventionally cute. Goldfish are one of my favorite animals of all time, and I think they're adorable. I could melt when I see a young little goldfish because they're cute. And a little snake. Or a little bird. A fledgling. And yeah, I definitely think a lot of bugs are cute as well. You do need a semi-powerful PC for GX. Well, I have 32 gigabytes of RAM on this PC, so should be good. Tried it on an older machine and had a bunch of issues, but GX is flawless on my current PC. A bird? Yes, but what type? Okay, so it is a bird. A canary? Or a... Yeah, is it a canary or is it a parrot? Or a kakadu? What else is there? A lot of bird species are domesticated. No, not a canary, okay. Yes, please send cat pics. Always send cat pics. I don't know about fish, but I know he has several ant farms. Oh, cool. A tarantula, some beetles. He has over 20 snakes. Over 20 snakes? Wow, what? I saw people, snake breeders, like python breeders. I was looking on YouTube for Python tutorials, but not Python the animal, Python the coding language. And Yeah, I just came across a lot of Python breeder videos, and they just had like tons of hundreds of snakes. There were some people that had hundreds of snakes. Dog pics as well. Yes, I also like dogs. I'm a cat person, but that doesn't mean I don't like dogs. That's stupid. That's black and white thinking. Dogs are friends as well. But yeah, he had basically tons of drawers with snakes in them, and I'm not sure if that's enough space for these pythons. It did look pretty cramped, but then again, don't they live in really small holes? Not a parrot. It's not a kakadu either. Come on, Duskull, you could be red. Not a parrot. What else could it be? It's not a pigeon, right? Not getting a pigeon. What else is there? There's another type of bird that usually gets or is domesticated. Or is it a flightless or somewhat flightless bird, like a chicken, rooster, maybe a duck, a goose? Although I'm not sure if you would be allowed to own these as pets, at least not in Luxembourg. But then again, you're not in Luxembourg, Ahmed. You'd be surprised, snakes don't need a lot of space. Yeah, that's what he told me as well. But I wasn't sure. Hey there, human name. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? May RNG bless thee. Thank you. I've gotten a shiny Lunatone until now, and that's it. For some reason, I take a long time trying to get that Duskull for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. Very lame lately. Oh, that is a big no. Okay, so not a quail. And not a cockatiel either. What else is there? Rhea is also a bird that I think is domesticated. If not, it's not a turkey either. A dodo. It's less so about the space they have and more so ensuring they get fed well so they don't eat each other. He also had like a bowl of water for them inside, and he had them in a room where a humidifier was running basically 24/7, because pythons need a certain humidity level in the air in order to shed properly. That's what he told me. Fortunately, I lost my big fluffy black cat, lost my big black dog this year in March for the dog and April for the cat. Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me. Really sorry. Yeah, loss of an animal like that is not easy. I've unfortunately experienced it as well. This bird loves the night. An owl? You have an owl? You can have owls in Iraq, really? Rip Emu Paradise? Oh, an owl, wow. Okay. Nocturnal bird. Don't have the English word to describe how I am. Do you have a Faroese word that I maybe can somehow translate? Or is it just you don't feel like talking today, which fair? No, was put down due to old age. 1 week later, lost my fluffy cat getting hit by a car. Oh no, I'm very sorry. Let's hope it was quick. Poor thing. My first pet that I really had was also a void. And the... Still no shiny, jeez. The first dog, I mean, I've never had a dog in my life before because I used to be allergic to them, but now I'm not anymore. And I would love to have or own a dog at some point now that I can finally have them. I'm definitely going for a all-black dog. I think a good void in your life is always good. No, I'm extremely annoyed at how the market is using the strike to justify price increases. Oh, I see, yeah. Dirty bastards. No, yeah, that sucks. Should be getting the frame soon. I really wonder what's wrong with me. Still not. Wow. And now Eontimer is messing up again. What's wrong? I think. Have animal picture in the Discord now. Nice. Okay, should I hunt something else or should I keep trying for the Duskull? It's kind of getting ridiculous that I still don't have gotten it yet. I've seen the pictures, those are very good. Hehehe, very good. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. Suck at getting shinies now. Made almost $150 from selling Team Fortress 2 items lately. Oh, nice. That's a lot of money. Sold 2 golden weapons, few unusuals, and some hats. Ooh. Which unusuals do you have? Did you have, and which effect did they have? Never gotten an unusual myself. But I've seen some people having some really funny or very good unusuals with good names as well. So now I just have so much money in my Steam wallet and trying to find a good way to spend it. I don't think I can transfer the money into my card either with my Steam wallet. Oh, I was about to ask, is that possible? I assume not. And did I hear you say you had a cat before Nero? I thought I misunderstood. No, I didn't have a cat. My first real pet was a void, as in a black animal. Remember Glupchi? A black moor goldfish that I got gifted. Which, looking back, I got it gifted in a bowl, which is wrong. But yeah, that was the first real pet that I had. And I said it's a void because I just call black animals voids because I think it's funny. Had the unusual fist bump and party trick emote. One cost about $16, while the other one was $30. Oh, nice. Golden Guns Australians were worth $70. That's a lot of money, holy crap. But yeah, that's Golden Guns. I think that's when I stopped playing. I don't remember any golden guns when I played. Like, what's the difference of a golden gun as opposed to a normal one? Do they just have higher crit odds, or is there any tangible benefit to them? Or are they just a rare skin, a rare color? Just like what I'm doing right now, trying to get a differently colored virtual creature, which I failed to get. Please, can I get one now? How come I suck so much? Probably not a shiny. No, of course not, because... don't know why. Let's hope that won't happen tomorrow again, that I just keep messing up the resets for the Voltorb. Actually, the Aussie flamethrower I had was $90. $90! That's a lot of money. Sold it for 70 because Steam also adds 10 more dollars, so they paid 80, while I got 70 from it. Aussie Tom was $70, being the same story. Really, were golden guns introduced around 2011? Trying to remember what they were about, but I can't. Oh, you're right. The Golden Sax and the Golden Wrench were the only ones. But I still don't... like, I'm trying to remember what the difference is, but I can't think of anything. Can't come up with anything. But yeah, I can't think of a difference other than cosmetic. Hey there, Kinox12, welcome back! And guess what? I still haven't gotten the Duskull. I have absolutely no idea what's wrong with me. Okay. Man versus machine, yeah, I remember that with the robots coming and attacking in waves. Yeah, no shiny, no idea why. Never played Team Fortress. Well, my husband is more of a fan of that game than I am, and he played it much more. Only cosmetic. Okay, why I sold them? I got them from Man vs. Machine. So you got them back then, I see. Well, at least you got money for them now, right? So next time there's a Steam summer sale, you can buy hundreds of games. So I guess that's not too bad, right? What am I doing wrong? Sold them because in community service you can just use them for free by typing item. Oh, okay, yeah. Exclamation mark items. Payday is great. Yeah, that's almost $100. That's a lot of money for some virtual things. No, I really don't know why I keep missing the frames. Alright, what time is it? I mean, at least we've gotten one right. But still, I mean, somewhat or a lot, very disappointing considering how many shinies I've gotten in other editions of Wild Wednesday. But I have a suspicion, and my suspicion is that maybe Eontimer kind of messes up when you have a very low target frame. Because I kind of have that suspicion. It's like I can't prove it, but it seems like sometimes the timing is off when I go for a low frame, like under a minute. Remember when people would go on eBay and pay for Animal Crossing items like golden nuggets and stuff? Well, there's people paying for that still nowadays. Not blaming them. I never have judged them either. Is anyone here playing Pokemon Sleep at the moment? Or using the app? Because there's an Entei event going on right now, and yeah, I have an Entei on Pokemon Sleep now. You wonder why? Well, hopefully tomorrow that won't be an issue. Definitely try to get the Voltorb before I get the Why Not egg. The Why Not egg thing might take a while because of the fact that well, I don't know if I've gotten the shiny once I receive the egg. I have to hatch the egg first. Unfortunately, that does take a while. But let's see. I've managed to get it down before. Should do it again. Because some of bad news being that the TF2 population is 80% made of bots. Oh, I've heard that a lot of them are bots, basically. That's a shame. The dead internet theory holds more and more weight the more days elapse. At least it feels like that. I once bought 1 million gold nuggets on eBay. 1 million bells, sorry. For how much? If I am allowed to know. You can't get the shinies, don't worry. Well, sometimes it just happens. I come for the conversations. Yeah, I always hope that I have interesting conversations during the stream because that's one of my favorite parts. Never played Pokemon Sleep. Pokemon Sleep is an app. It's a sleep tracker. I don't use it because it's not really that accurate. At least I don't assume it is. But it's Pokemon, so I tried to say, why not? Why not try it? Yana used yawn, and all of my viewers will now fall asleep in one turn, unless they have insomnia or something else. Sorry. How do you get Entei on it? Catching it in your dreams? Nah, you just, when you sleep, when you wake up and you've gotten your sleep, it shows you the sleep data, and then you attract Pokemon in sleeping positions, and then you can feed them and hope that they stay your friends. It's basically like that. And they help you find ingredients and fruit, berries, so that you always have a Snorlax that's there. You need to feed it and you need to cook it 3 times a day. Not cook the Snorlax, sorry, you need to cook for the Snorlax, not cooking the Snorlax. Sorry. What omitting one word does to your context, right? Only in my dreams can I have her. I already sleep enough and play enough Pokemon. Same, but still, here I am. It was like €3 for a million bells, but at the time I just started the game and didn't want to wait and earn them myself, but now I can do it pretty easily. Yeah, that's fair, and well, wasn't that your first Animal Crossing ever, which is kind of funny? Because I was pretty sure almost everyone back then had the Wild World Animal Crossing. Shiny hunting state for the community. Yeah, I mean, at least I planned on doing other streams, not just RNG Manipulation, but also other things like Chow Garden. Some Switch games that I want to play blind. And other things, whatever comes to mind. Oh, you have Insomnia as well? So, there's already so many moves that don't work on you. Well, I have Klutz, so I can't misuse any, like, I can hold a toxic orb and I guess nothing would happen to me. Otherwise, not a fun ability to have. I don't use Pokemon Brush, even though maybe I should. I definitely want to brush my teeth more often than I actually do. As in, I wish I would be able to brush them 5 times a day, but fortunately I never stuck to that kind of routine. It's Media Macht, not Media Market, because it's Macht is German for market, but yeah, doesn't really matter, that's just trivial or just frivolous nonsense. Hamburg has a Media Markt of, I think every city in Germany has a Media Markt. They're like everywhere in Germany. No way I'm going to look for Monkey Ball Rumble. I plan on visit Bremen, to which is half an hour train ride. I hope residents know English. Young ones, yes, but I don't think their level is really that sufficient. I hope for your sake that they do have at least some level of fluency in English. But unfortunately I won't be there for you to be your translator. Luckily I have had difficulty sleeping in the last few days. Yawn destroyed. My yawn just got no sold here. Just nothing happened to them. Let's eat Grandpa versus let's eat Grandpa conundrum. Yeah, definitely. Just wait, not cooking the Snorlax. That's not what I meant to say. But the mouth was faster than the brain again. When I was in school, I remember all the girls talking about Wild World, but I couldn't see the appeal until New Horizons came out. Interesting. I was I started with Animal Crossing back then when it was completely new and almost no one knew what it was when it was on the GameCube first. And since Wild World, suddenly everyone knew what Animal Crossing was, but only Wild World. Everyone kept thinking or saying that Wild World was the first installment of the franchise, which no, it's not. Unfortunately, the GameCube version is not that popular, even though it's one of my favorites. That and New Leaf, those are my favorite Animal Crossing games. Which would be interesting to stream. Yeah, especially the GameCube one. Stream Team Fortress 2 and have your stream taken down by YouTube when you get called a racial slur by a bot or player. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't do that. Apparently it's a big problem with the bots now. I think that's also why my husband told me that he doesn't really play it anymore, because it's just full of bots at this point. Klutz makes you too clumsy to poison yourself, definitely. Funny how that works, right? Every girl in my class had Wild World. Yeah, it was a very popular game among girls. My phone corrected it to Media Market annoyingly. Ah, I see. Using Duolingo to learn German. Yeah, you told me. Good luck on that. And if you need help with your German, you can ask me. I can help. And you as well, Kaiser Karmazin. I remember you telling me you want to learn German. I mean, I'm no language teacher or anything, but my German level is so proficient that I can definitely tell you if something is grammatically correct, or maybe if there's a saying, a proverb, or anything of the sorts in German that you maybe would say in one way and not in the other one. Been staying awake till 5 a.m. Well, how can you guys do that? I would be a zombie if I would sleep like that. Unfortunately, that I cannot really... I never was able to do that. Google Translate is actually pretty accurate now compared to 10 years ago. Yes, but it depends on the language. Like the Luxembourgish one, often I check it just to see how correct it is, and no, sometimes it's German, like the German grammar, which often is identical to Luxembourgish grammar, but not always. That's like, I mean, of course they're going to be similar because they both are descendant from Germanic languages, but like there's definitely problems with some languages. Not trying to brag, but yeah, I have unhealthy habits. Don't we all? Sometimes I ate a bit too much chocolate. Well, at least for now I haven't really gained any weight because I'm also used to moving a lot. Then I used yawn. It had no effect of any of the opposing viewers. No effect at all, nothing. And she didn't even manage to get another shiny after the Luna tone. Can you imagine? What a fail. Only played Team Fortress 2 at a LAN party. Oh, those were the days. LAN parties, man. LAN parties. I'm so sad for Generation Z or Z, whatever you want, how you pronounce it, but they never really experienced that. And that was really nice. Like a LAN party, you had to be there. That's why I play community service mostly. The bots really are as bad as your husband is making them out to be. Oh, that's really a shame. Had to do something? No problem. Everyone got his or her or their lives going on. Yes, Luxembourgish is was my first language. That's my mother tongue. That's the language I speak with my parents at home. And most people I have to do, like most people I have relations with on a day-to-day basis, like my husband, my sister, my brother, my parents, and other friends. Mostly I speak Luxembourgish. Sometimes I speak a mix of Luxembourgish and English with my husband, because he's also half Scottish, and he has the Scottish accent when he talks. But yeah, Luxembourgish is the first language I ever spoke. And then pretty quickly after that, I think I was 2 years old, I learned German. That was my second language. I learned that from just cartoons and watching TV. And then also reading German, because there's not that much... back then there wasn't that much Luxembourgish literature available to me. So the next best thing was German. And when I turned 6 years old, that's where in elementary or primary school, the first year, so year 1, that's where usually kids in Luxembourg, or no, maybe I was age 7. That's when you start to learn French. And in high school, I started learning English. then yeah, that was my fourth. English was my fourth language. And then after that, I took Japanese in 2014, which still isn't that great. I mean, Japanese is a hard language to learn. Right now I'm focusing on Italian. Maybe I'll do Spanish or Portuguese as well. I also wanted to go and learn Dutch, because it seems to be easy to do, especially for me. Dutch is pretty easy for me to understand it, because it's very close to Luxembourgish in a lot of ways. I want to see Google tackle Faroese translation. Oh, do tell me if you see anything funny with that. I mean, of course I can't tell because I don't know Faroese. Eat too much chocolate, I'm causing myself to likely die a quicker day. We are not the same. Too much, it's not like I gain weight or have like my teeth full of cavities, right? So I'm still doing something right. But still, I should sometimes stop myself eating the little piece of chocolate and maybe go for an apple instead. That's a healthier choice. Bro, I'm 18. I've been to several LAN parties. See, but that's nice for you. But oh yeah, so you're a not a minor anymore. Congrats. Welcome to the adult world. Unfortunately, it goes downhill from there, in a way. Nah, just kidding. You also have some really nice things, but I know people who are maybe just 5 years younger than me who've never been to a LAN party before. It really depends on who you ask. LAN party, Halo, StarCraft, Mario Party, and so on was so much fun with friends at high school. Yeah. Saw the last of it, the last of our generation, when kids would play outside and the internet was more underground. Yeah, I still remember that as well. But I'm when you had a cell phone with color, you were the coolest MF on the school grounds, kind of old. I'm that old. I know you said you didn't learn to write and read Luxembourgish. Yeah, that's because they don't really teach that in school. And if they do, it's done very poorly. But now I'm using a spell checker that goes through my Luxembourgish. Still do some grammatical mistakes. Yeah, that's a lot of languages, true, but nothing too special. I know people who are fluent in 10. Well, to be fair, there's always extremes. Google Fight was my favorite online game. Google Fight. What was that again? Ah, you're opening a very deep neural drawer there in my brain, James. But I'm trying to remember, what was that again? Oh, that rings a bell. That definitely rings a bell. When did Lead Speak die out? Good question. I think it kind of died out like around 2014-ish. Also, remember the Can I Has Cheeseburger memes? Like, I still remember when no one talked about memes, but people talked about fads. That was another time. Bro, no matter how much I eat, I can't gain weight nor muscle. I'm slim, but I did, and a lot of exercise too. I know people who eat, and they just stay very slim because their metabolism is very high. Literally don't have Faroese as a translation option. Well, they didn't have a Luxembourgish translation option as of like recent years. I remember when I was a teenager, there was absolutely no Luxembourgish translation option. And if you Googled something in Luxembourgish, you just have almost or as good as no search results at all. So no search results whatsoever. That changed, of course. Never been of a LAN party, probably because there aren't a lot of kids around where I live, because it's the middle of nowhere. That's unfortunate, yeah. Jesus, Jana, how are you still alive? You gotta be like a few 100 years old if you were old enough to be cool by having a color phone. I'm 1994, so Yeah, a relic of the last millennium. I'm not lying when I say that. I don't look my age, sure, but I'm definitely, I have a 3 now in front of my, like, the first digit of my age is now a 3. Apparently that makes me old according to some. I don't feel a day over 21, honestly. Don't have back pain or any of the sorts. My blood tests came up perfectly. I don't have any other problems. I think that's just has to do with a lot of people not taking care of themselves, like never having done so in the first place, and eventually these bad health choices catch up to you. And I do think that for most people that is the 30s. So I don't think that age, or like of course age does damage in a way, but I don't think that necessarily it's the 30s where everything goes downhill, like some people think or swear by. They think that's the truth. I think it's a lot of people just never... They ate so much junk food as a 20-something, they didn't get enough sleep, and that accumulates, you know? And if you do that for a decade... Oh, come on, Shiny Duskull, come now. But yeah, that's my point. Gain weight without eating. Oh, you told me you had childhood obesity, right? You guys remember Friv, the Flash game website? Yeah, I'm that old. Friv, that does ring a bell. To be fair, I didn't really play a lot of Flash games. Does anyone here remember Newgrounds? Yeah, your metabolism is very high. Oh god, this reminded me of something really stupid I had in a high school history class. They were genuinely confused when they heard that ancient Sumeria didn't have cars or phones. Wait, really? Oh my god, really? Are you serious? Under what rock have they been living? Cars and phones are a very recent invention. You know when I felt really freaking old? Is when I've heard someone say, what's the... Oh look, someone 3D printed the save button and it was just a floppy disk. That's when I felt really freaking old. I still have floppy disk and they work, right? Well, not the ones that are actually floppy, but still. I have friends who hate whole turkeys practically during holidays and lose weight, and they eat like a decently sized portion, I guess, and gain 5 pounds. Yeah, it's unfair. I've also used to have a childhood friend who ate a banana and then he would gain weight. And then he would just look at me eating chocolate, eating this and this and this, and then losing weight because I was moving a bit. It's not fair, definitely. I always try to compensate what I eat with moving. Over 1,000 years old, was not expecting you to be that old. Yeah, I've seen things, Kaiser Kamazin, I've seen things. It's already been a month since the 18th. Yeah, I've been 30 for over a month now. I still forget that I'm 30. Kind of forget about that. I don't know. I don't feel like others say they feel like when they turn 30. I'm from the generation where kids could call your name outside your house to come out and play. Oh yeah, just dropping by unannounced. Oh, is X there? Is Y there to come out and play? That wouldn't fly nowadays. Oh, you remember Newgrounds? Newgrounds, my beloved. I saw a Discman in a museum in London once. Oh, that makes me feel old. I had a Walkman, but for CDs as a child. That's how I jammed out to some tunes. iPod wasn't out yet. Didn't even exist at that point. And I still remember, like, I really get very energetic and I move a lot when I listen to music like that. And then I distinctively remember having to pay, like having to be careful because the CD would sometimes skip if you shook the Walkman too much. Oh geez, those were times. Sirius watched them ask about what they did if they didn't have cars or phones, like they were shocked. I'm astounded by the ignorance of some people. Like, I don't know. They probably think that cavemen and dinosaurs lived at the same time because they watch Flintstones and think Flintstones is a scientifically accurate cartoon or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they thought that way. I saw the 3D printed save button thing too. Used a floppy recently to save pets pics. Ah, nice. The old way. But you know what's not nice? Me not getting that shiny. How come? Can't blame them for thinking that these Sumerians did have tablets. That's fair. They did have tablets. Cars were invented in the late 1890s or early 1900s. I remember when I had the voice chat last time on the Discord channel that we talked about that. Like, I remember looking up when cars were first made. My dad had a Windows 95 box set of floppy disk, but it got burned in the attic. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Hot cocoa, nice. Oh, I think I could go for some as well. No, I'm about to be 22, but I feel much older for some reason. Must be all that I've been through. Yeah, you did. Like, you still experienced LAN parties. Which I really see the difference between me and people in Luxembourg who are now 22. They don't remember anything like that at all. I'm part of the last generation who didn't have screens growing up besides TV and PC for educational stuff. I was allowed on the PC as a kid, but that blocked everything but educational sites. I wasn't allowed on the internet until I was 14. But yeah, that's also why I never had a Club Penguin account. I always wanted one as a child. But that never ended up happening. Only in America. Our education system is fantastic. Sarcasm. Not only in America, I'm afraid. I've heard people unironically say, oh yeah, the Great Wall of China, that's right next to Germany, right? And I couldn't believe, I thought they were trolling, but no, they weren't trolling. There's people who think that. It's very scary. Or people thought that the galaxy meant our solar system and that's it. It's like, no. Try a couple of 100 billion more stars than that. In our galaxy alone. Bro, I had my first phone at like 14. I had my first phone at 12. Like, okay, I did have a phone as a child, but that was these very old Nokia ones, you know? I always loved playing Snake on that one. And later the first phone that I had that was really modern was a flip phone, and that was a hand-me-down from my mom, which I didn't mind. Sony Ericsson flip phone, back when Sony Ericsson was still a brand that was respected. Did they ever made anything else afterwards? They kind of faded into oblivion. I've never seen a Sony Ericsson later after that. I even had the hand-me-down from my mom. That flip phone. You could buy cases for that one, and I think that was pretty new. For flip phones at least. I remember the Nokia also having, you could change the exterior basically. I feel weird because I know what a BlackBerry was and had one for a while. I never had one, but I knew people who had one, and now I never saw them anywhere being used anywhere anymore. Club Penguin was awesome. I have great memories. I used to love the Halloween parties. And yeah, unfortunately I missed out on that. When I went through Europe, our tour guide told us about how Americans fought Australian dollars to Austria because they didn't know the difference. Oh, they brought Australian dollars to Austria, really? Oh boy. Kinda guess or know where it's coming from, but still, maybe do a little bit more research before you enter a certain country. Definitely a good idea. You're not getting anywhere with dollars in Austria. Nein, nein, die Österreicher, die wollen ihre Euros. Also, speaking of Team Fortress 2, earlier on, been playing a mod for TF2 called TF2 Classic. Oh, so it's a mod that basically makes it so that it's one of the first versions to play. Funny thing is, if you have Team Fortress 2 on the Xbox, like the first Xbox, then that's TF2 Classic right there. Never gotten any update as far as I'm aware of. Sony Ericsson changed to Sonic Xperia and they still make phones today. They released one recently. Ah, okay, so no more Sony Ericsson, it's Xperia now. Okay, I see, I see. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. Come on, I need the shiny now. Oh, really sucked lately. Oh, you had the Xperia and you loved it? I never had one, so can't speak for it. Blows my mind that kids are growing up with phones and PCs nowadays, and it's sad they'll never experience what we did. Yeah. I also see the negative impacts early phone and screen usage have on kids, and I hear very bad stories from teachers about the, like, how the reading comprehension is of the pupils that they have, and their attention spans are really bad, and that does paint a very grim picture of the future, doesn't it? Okay, 5 seconds. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What a bunch of idiots, guys. That's why education is important in studying. Where you're going, yeah. That's really funny, bringing Australian dollars to Austria. My dad let me do a monthly Club Penguin membership. I had all the puffles. I envy you. Also the Neopets, that was a thing, and I really wanted a Neopets account as well, but I wasn't allowed. Sort of similar to the old versions, but not completely the same. No hats. Oh, Team Fortress 2 without hats. Interesting. The game looks like what it used to, as the graphics were actually made worse over time due to more hats. Oh yeah, I think I remember my husband saying that. About history, this thing blew my mind. We are closer in time to the Tyrannosaurus than Tyrannosaurus to Eoraptor. I hope you don't mean Egoraptor, that's a YouTuber. But great to see you again, Alex. I was wondering if you were okay. But until now, still no shiny, you know. What's... rigged odds? No, just not being good at doing the thing. Okay, maybe this will be the last one, then I've streamed for 3.5 hours. Only one shiny, but to be fair, that shiny is good. One of the best, maybe, depends on who you ask. Ironic how we live in the age with the most access to technology and information. Ignorance is a choice and they're still choosing ignorance. Yeah, very ironic indeed. And also the fact that even having all of that knowledge on your fingertips, if you can't think critically, then all the information in the world is not gonna help you that much. Or if you don't have the intelligence to put like to connect the dots, then it's not gonna do much. What this mod does mostly stock weapons with some returning weapons like a flare gun, and mostly guns from 2009. Oh yeah, okay. But also introduce new weapons and new game modes. Oh, which game modes, for example? For the past 2 days I've been sleeping at 2 PM and wake up at 9 PM, so I turn into a bat. Oh jeez, and I could never do this, I was never able to do that. Teachers are complaining about the disrespect is sad. I respected a teacher back then and they'd slap us. Okay, but that's not... I'm glad teachers aren't allowed to hit their students anymore. Violence is not a good disciplinary measure for children. I hate saying this, but I'm kind of glad my family didn't have a lot of money growing up. Otherwise I'd feel it'd be the same way, having too much screen time as a kid. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, Kaiser Karmazin. I do understand where you're coming from. My Neopets from 2008 is still alive. I have Chow that are older than my nephew and niece, and they are still there. Weird if I think about it. I mean, I have Pokemon that are older than them. I'm still here, was having my meal. Oh, what do you have? Okay, one more reset and then... Come on. Let it be the last one. Just threaten the kids with becoming their boss if they aren't able to study because of the phones. They're not choosing ignorance, we usually think we know everything already. Yeah, that's the Dunning-Kruger effect, isn't it? Yeah, it's really dramatic. Don't necessarily know if it's always a choice. I do understand what he tried to say, but yeah, I don't know if it's a conscious choice, at least not every time. A lot of people in America hate education and learning because that's what people have been brainwashed into believing. Yeah, that anti-intellectualism. 2 specific game modes. One, if pre-tech VIP guy, he needs to get the points, and if they kill him, you lose time. Okay. Do Chow die? They can die if you treat them badly. No, no shiny, I can't believe it. Yes, that has been a thing I used to do for so long. At some point of my life, I've been sleeping in the morning for a whole month and live in the night as my morning was a vampire. Potatoes with chicken and salad, nothing special. Well, still can be good. Another game mode is a game mode with 4 teams, like green team versus yellow versus red versus blue. Oh, that's cool. Well, guys, unfortunately, I've only gotten 1 shiny this stream, which, well, that kind of sucks, but I still had a lot of fun discussing things, even if the discussions sometimes were a bit, let's say, morbid or dark. But yeah, still. Maybe the shinies are the friends we made along the way, you know. Anyways, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And see you hopefully tomorrow. So, goodbye and good night.